city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol. She satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. And big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams, bright and night city, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street, don't testify. You got to whisper now on your arm, and so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow, no. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol. She satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. And big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams, bright and night city, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street, don't testify. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. Here in Night City, got me up alright. Here in Night City, she pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. Good morning, Night City, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol shit. Satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. Big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams bright in Night City, where your appetite waits you out your sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night.
All right, here we are. Minus a minus a curly.
Start the stream off. Get the technical difficulty out of the way.
Yes.
So at this point, this is like a very regular technical difficulty, just collab cam dropping people.
It's not annoying at all.
He's back.
Especially when you're about to say something epic and then it drops you. Like,
It's a perfectly functional piece of technology.
Yes, it is. All right. Hello. How's everybody tonight?
Doing A-okay.
You are in the command seat tonight, Mr. GM.
I am. This is me GMing. Haven't GM'd on stream since Pirate Borg with
right,
Luke Stratton.
Yeah.
So
yes, indeed.
That's been a while by now.
Yeah.
I think that was
and since
last year.
I absolutely cannot let you live this down since last time you killed me.
Look, do I need to remind you about how you ended the alien campaign?
Yeah, you killed
Killed
his
everybody.
There's a
You killed everybody, okay?
and only a couple of us got killed by the actual alien. So
All right, touche.
you're so you're due some payback. Maybe not from me. I think you and I are even in that regard. But
So what you're saying is don't let anybody else GM ever, right?
maybe your fellow players may feel a little vindictive.
Uh-oh. I'm suddenly feeling isolated here.
But yeah, so we are here tonight. Back. It's been a while since we've done a Thursday stream. I think with all the GaryCon stuff, we've been very busy. Haven't really had the time, so uh, it's good to be back. And tonight we're playing Cyberpunk Red, but instead of doing the BOR, our usual campaign, I will be running a one shot that I created for GaryCon. I call it Bozo Bonanza, which if you know Cyberpunk, the Bozos are clowns, so we're getting into that. Um, and I am joined by my players this time. Greg, why don't you tell folks who you were playing?
I am playing Sparks the Techie. Well, Spark the Techie. So he is an interesting fellow from somewhere Asia. That's all I have to say. Is there more? Should I say more? I could say more.
No,
about
I mean
him.
it's. I mean it's however you want to play the character, man.
Well, he's an interesting fellow. He mainly works on heavy equipment, so grew up in a high rise, sitting above the city. Family was I'm not gonna say wealthy, but they were corpos, So he had the hard life.
So hard.
Yeah, yeah, it's been rough, but I managed somehow.
All right, Chloe, how about yourself? Who are you playing?
So I am actually going to play. You guys keep calling them Kane, but I think for this playthrough, they actually pronounce it Connie.
Okay.
Taking a different route.
Yes. And they're a med tech, so I'm familiar with med techs. Partially why I picked them. And yeah, they're of Pacific Islander descent. And let's see if I can remember anything else, because I can't right now. And they're dressed in bag lady chic, which I love.
It's your favorite.
It is. It's fun. It's so funny to me, and people don't understand bag lady chic. I'm like, you gotta think. Who are those freaking twins? The Olsen twins.
The Olsen twins.
Yeah,
Mary
like
Kate and
how
Ashley?
how they dressed in the early 2000s. That is totally bag lady chic.
All right, so no shopping cart.
No, it's the cosplaying as a homeless person kind of style.
Cosplaying as a homeless person. I don't know if that's disrespectful to homeless people or not. Jesus.
I mean, I should say, person who is unhoused is the more PC term. But
let's just stick with homeless. That's it's more straightforward.
They're simply home.
I'm currently between homes. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Like, people that are like wearing purposely overly baggy, it looks wrinkled, grungy kind of look, that they might not necessarily like need to look like that in real life, but they like to pretend.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can get it. Sometimes, honestly, just wearing like baggy clothes is just comfy than wearing like something that's like tight.
It's true.
It's just very comfy. But Rob, who are you playing?
I'm playing Curly. Playing my boy Curly. He's of Latin American descent, Mexican specifically. Well, those are actually not the same thing, I don't think.
It's
It's a
whatever he
Latin is a universe.
identifies with, he identifies with.
So he's of Mexican descent. He's a chill kind of guy. You know, he's got a rockin' mustache. Almost some might call it a porn stash. He's got short curly hair. He rides around in his souped up ground car. It's not a lowrider.
Are you sure his name's not Ron?
No, it's not Ron. He's got a little Shiba Inu. He named Perrito, and
So original.
yeah, and guess he. The funny thing is, you know, as a nomad, you think he'd be in like the the biker leathers, but he actually dressed like he just rolled out of bed, and he looks like he's just wearing his pajamas out to work. So much though that he actually has slippers on. He has Crocs.
Yo.
He's got Crocs. They are currently not in sport mode now.
Yeah.
Look, and the fun part about the cyberpunk world is that can be armor. they can turn they have regular looking clothes that are actually armor, and yeah, you can make yourself some armored pajamas. Why the hell not?
Yeah. So that's what he's rocking. He's got a trusty baseball bat that he carries around for when things get a little spicy.
You're making me rethink my whole look.
He looks like a middle-aged dad who's finally reached retirement.
That he's middle-aged.
That's an early
Maybe.
retirement, but well done.
We'll see. But that's Curly, my boy.
I always
All right.
imagined him like a Mexican Shaggy.
You know what? That's a perfect example.
I can see it. Perito speaks to him. All right. So, are we all ready to get into this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready to get into this.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do this.
All right. So, the year is 2077. Night City is as restless as ever. Traffic-filled streets, large neon advertisements littering the scenery, gangers strolling through the open roads, and the occasional homicide. Business as usual for this godforsaken city. And business is what you are all here to do. While surfing the net for some edge-running gigs, there is a scream sheet detailing a string of murders. The client wanted those responsible brought to justice, dead or alive, but preferably dead. The kicker, however, is that the believed culprits were bozos, a gang of killer clowns who terrorized the Night City decades ago, but was about to have disappeared after the 2040s. Most ignored the gig, not believing that the bozos were back. You were the ones who answered the call. Your first step was meeting the job's fixer, a man who calls himself Virgil, at the Forlorn Hope bar in Little China Combat Zone. The Forlorn Hope is a bar that runs out of a Victorian-style building once known as the Hotel Sierra. It's commonly known as a gathering place for freelancers of all types who aren't well known enough to get into the famous Afterlife bar. The inside of the bar is modeled in a very classic style that you'd expect of a place made in the early 2000s. Dimly lit to create a relaxing atmosphere, polished wooden floors and tables, a couple of pool tables, and some smooth jazz music playing. A far cry from the hip and trendy place you know the Afterlife to be, but this place is neat in its own way. In a corner booth sits Virgil, a red-headed man in his late 20s, wearing a heavy green coat. He isn't terribly well known as far as fixers go, and has somewhat of a shady reputation, but the pay of 1,000 per person for this job seemed promising enough to take the risk on this guy. As he waits, smoking a cigarette in his booth, you all arrive one by one. And this kind of where just have you guys each walk in. Who wants to go first? Kind of have your I guess we kind of already did the character introduction bit.
Let's see. Curly kind of pulls up Parks. You know, he gets out and hits the key fob to kind of secure his vehicle, and suddenly kind of just blends in with the surrounding background. Parks near like a little bush area. Although the camouflage is kind of undone just a little bit because he keeps a little crack in the window for his dog.
Yeah, keep the AC on.
Yeah, I keep the AC on. Man, can't let Perito die.
Is he listening to his favorite music?
Yep.
What music does Perito enjoy?
Mariachi music.
All right. All right, I can dig it.
Mariachi music. Yep. So Curly, as he turns around, almost cinematically, you catch a glimpse of a McDonald's bag that he's holding, and he's got some fries that he's pulling out of the bag.
He's all right.
He's got a tracksuit on.
Really, Perito is he's listening to the Gypsy Kings. If anybody knows who that is.
I have no clue who that is, but I'll
Look
assume
them
that's
up.
good.
They're good.
All right, so Curly arriving in style. It's a style.
And as he's walking towards the door, is this faint, almost barely discernible squeak of his Crocs as he's walking.
It's got some squeaky shoes, man. We haven't even like encountered the clowns, and we already got one.
Oh.
I say that as if I wouldn't be doing the same shit when I played Curly before.
Try to keep on brand, man.
He's just an oddball, okay?
So,
all right, who's coming in next?
So Sparks is already there. He's sitting at the bar, dressed in his usual, which is neon jacket, baggy pants, fancy high top shoes. Hair looks like he hasn't actually touched it with a comb in like a month. Just kind of sitting there sipping on what looks like a small glass of bourbon or something. Watching. He's watching the door, chill, waiting, sees Curly come in, downs that glass, gets up and starts walking over to Curly.
Curly's got a handful of fries about halfway to his mouth.
Hey, what you got there?
Donald's. Want some?
Yeah, I do. What is this? You have fries. I like fries. Can I have some fries?
Yeah, go ahead. He kind of holds out the bag to him, and as if Sparks were to like look down in the bag, it looks almost like he got the Five Guys treatment. There's just a bunch of fries and shit in there, and almost somewhere down there sees the wrapper of like could potentially be a burger.
Oh, what's this?
No, the burger's mine. Don't touch that.
What? You said I can have whatever I want.
Yeah, I said you could have some fries, not the burger.
Man. Okay. So he grabbed a handful of fries out of the bag. And it just kind of starts he's got this big handful of fries and he just starts picking one fry at a time out. Really just drawing it out like pulling a piece of string cheese or something.
Greasy ass hands.
Ew.
And I guess as this strange interaction is going on, Kane. How does Kane enter this picture?
So Connie actually had
Connie, yeah.
Connie actually had to take the subway. So they're walking up the sidewalk. They got really baggy Hawaiian shirt on, because of course, and big slouchy beanie. Their hair is long and curly. They're wearing like some weird hippy dippy linen pants and flip flops.
Okay, I like this image.
I think we found the bozos. Just
They're already here. It's great.
Wait, we weren't supposed to actually play the bozos?
And they walk in and kind of spot their crew and kind of walk up and get the fries. Get the two eating the fries out of the bag and just kind of shrugs and
Sparks just kind of looks at Connie and like holds his fries away.
they're like, "Man, I'm not gonna steal your fries. They're bad for you anyway. You shouldn't be eating them."
Oh, but they are so good. I'll give you one, and he pulls one out of where he's been like nibbling at it. Just pulls one out and hands it to you.
Ew. Connie just
Go on, try it. It's very good. Try it. Here. You must.
No.
You have to try one. It's very
Connie
good.
just keeps their hands up and like is slowly backing away from this half chewed on French fry.
It's still warm.
No,
still warm.
no, thank you.
Slightly
No, thank you.
salty. Sure, it's
No.
very good. Switch yourself.
Nope.
Pops it in his
Thank
mouth. He chews open mouth, so he's one of those annoying people. It's like,
Oh god.
No.
Oh god. You
And Curly kind of just makes a face like, keep your mouth closed. Jeez, what are you, fucking animal?
no, no.
So at this point, you guys kind of hear someone call over to make, "Hey, you guys here for the job?"
Job.
Really
That's. He holds up the hand with the fries. That sounds like that's us, right? That's us. We're here for the job.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm here for a job. I don't know what you're here for. And Curly's like, "You Virgil?"
The man in the booth nods like, "Yep, that's me. Come on, take a seat."
All right. So Curly kind of walks over, and again, that barely discernible squeaking as he walks over in his Crocs.
What the fuck is that
tracksuit.
noise?
Huh?
What is a fucking squeaking noise? It's like we have tiny little mice running around.
No.
Man, it's his Crocs. Should really wash those out, man.
I've cleaned them, like last month.
I don't know about that.
He sits down and kind of fishes in his McDonald's bag for the burger.
So Virgil kind of looks between the three of you, and like obviously this is like a weird group of three people. So he kind of like checks his data pad. He kind of looks from the data pad up to you guys.
Is there
like,
some sort
kinda
of
like
problem,
comparing.
mister?
It's like,
You have an
no,
issue?
I was just checking that you're the guys that accepted this job, and
Of course we're the guy. We're the only guys. The guys. That's us. You see, look in your little pad there is us.
yep, that's what I was just doing. All right. Well, looks like you guys kind of already know each other, I think. So,
What's your name again?
Virgil.
No, not you. Him. Points at Curly.
Curly.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to call you Ron for some reason. I don't know.
Kind of does look
I
like
get
Ron, doesn't he?
I
It's
get
the
that
mustache.
sometimes.
It's a very Ron mustache.
It is.
Anyway, let's start going over this gig. He's kind of like scrolling through a bit on his data pad. So, sure, you all read the scream sheet I put out, right? We had a couple of murder victims, several actually, all around the city. People seem to think that the bozos have come back and are up to the mayhem that they were used to be known for back in the 2040s. The MO seems to check out too. Many of the victims have made police reports days before their deaths about clowns driving them insane. Apparently, it would start light. Maybe they see some clowns staring at them from a distance, hear some ominous laughter echo through their apartment building, stuff like that. But then the pranks would usually start to ramp up, usually going into breaking into homes, harassing the victim at all times, slowly driving them mad until wham, they wind up dead. Usually in their own homes, but always with their bodies nearly mutilated beyond recognition.
That's
Real fucked up
horrible.
shit. I'll spare you the photos of that.
Oh no, no,
Now-
I want to see the photos.
He kind of looks at it. He's like,
It's
sure?
it's investigative. You know, need to we have to understand the enemy. Yes.
And he kind of looks over to the other two. It's a face that says, like, you sure?
I'm good. I don't need to see him.
It's like,
Come on,
right,
pull out the photos. Pull out the photos. Let's see.
All right, I'll show you. I mean, you know, he kind of looks over to Curly. You don't have to look if you don't want to. Seriously, these things are in bad shape. And he kind of turns around his data pad for you to see, Spark, and it's a couple images that he scrolls through. And yeah, these corpses are not in. They've really been brutalized.
So Spark kind of reaches out and grabs a hold of the pad, and he's like, you know, he's looking in. He's like, reaches into the bag next to him and grabs a French fry, and starts chewing on it. This is disgusting. Why do you show me this shit?
you was
Curly
trying
kind of
to
gives
say-
him a side eye and kind of like scoots the bag over a little
It's like,
bit.
give me that, and kind of like grabs the data pad back. He's like, look, I was trying to spare you that, but whatever. Now, I don't know if this is a group of copycats just pretending to be the bozos or the real thing, but their methodology matches to a T. So, I guess you've seen what the bodies look like. You got any questions for me so far?
I mean, you just want us to track these weirdos down and what, kill them? That's it?
Well, client said dead or alive, but they'd honestly be preferred dead.
And what, you can take this to like NCPD or something? I'm pretty sure they could put C-Squad on this or some shit.
Honestly, look, NCPD, they don't always go after, they don't always find things. And some of these people have been in combat zones or places NCPD otherwise doesn't really operate. So it seems like, for the most part, this isn't going to be anything the badges handle.
All right. And they're all over the city, so you haven't been able to narrow anything down?
Simi kind of scrolls through his data pad again, and he shakes his head. It's like, nope, true to their MO back in the 2040s and before, they really don't pick and choose. All over the city, completely different districts, different walks of life, no discernible connections between these people. Like they're chosen at random. But
Kind of sounds like nomads to me.
like
Out
nomads?
here in the city? I don't know about nomads going after people out in the city.
And Nomad, what do you do again?
Who are you talking to?
You, what's your job? Like, if you've been living under a rock, there's no similarity between these fucking clowns and a nomads. It's insulting.
Well, didn't mean to insult you, you know, in your nomad brethren, but
Nomad brethren.
So, right. Well, lucky for you guys, we do have at least one lead, or at least a possible one. See, thanks to a lot of those police reports having some similarities in what they've experienced, I've actually been able to find the most recent person to make a police report about being about having seen some clowns recently.
and
Lady
the
by the
people who make the police reports end up dead, right? Is that that's what you said that, right?
seems like, yeah, whenever they make a
So
police
that'd be a
report,
perfect spot to start. We could that's probably where they're going to be next.
yeah, that's why I'm bringing this lady up. He's like, look, there's this lady here. He turns around his data pad again and shows you a picture of a woman.
Hey, listen, Mr. Virgil, listen. We're professionals, all right? We got this.
You know, the more you tell me that, the more I start to doubt it. But just let me finish, all right? This lady here, uh, name is Alicia Ween. She lives over in Pacifica. And the image you see, it's a woman, kind of middle aged, blonde hair, of a completely average looking woman. It's like, now she made a report a couple days ago about hearing some strange laughter around her apartment, and she said that she's seen strange figures staring at her from a distance. Since she lives in Pacifica, the badges really don't operate down there, so her report has been all but ignored. But luckily, don't, at least from what I can tell, no reports of her death have been made yet, so I think if there's any place to start, it's her. I'll send you the information for where she lives. And taps a couple times on his data pad, and before you know it, you guys each have a message on your agents of the her apartment address.
Anyone tried giving her a call recently? I mean, she doesn't answer and hasn't answered for a while. Well, that could be an indication whether or not she's alive.
See, well, I did give her a call last night, and she answered, and pretty much told me the same things that the police report detailed. So,
What did the police report detail?
as I said a bit ago, she's heard some creepy laughter around her apartment. She'd seen some figures staring at her from like across alleyways. She says they look like clowns.
So we can identify these clowns by the creepy laughter. So it's like haha.
Yeah, sure. Just I guess keep an ear out for any strange laughter. Listen, I don't know how these guys laugh, but
Well, that's kind of creepy, haha. You know, there's pretty flat. It's kind of creepy laughter. Could be hee hee, but that's a little bit more exciting.
Curly's just listening to the conversation, his face and his burger kind of looking between the two of you as you're talking.
I'm no laugh expert, I'll admit, but I have a feeling you'll know
We're professionals.
clown laughter when you
we got
hear
this. We're professionals. Us three.
Yeah, you keep saying that. It's like, so that's the best lead we've got right now.
All right. I mean, he looks over at Kane. He's like, that's not a half bad idea. Why don't you try ringing her up, see if she answers.
Yeah.
All right.
In
Does
the-
Virgil give us the information?
Yeah, we can say that in the info he gave you of like her address, her phone number is also there.
All right. So Connie kind
Hey, wait. You want me to call her? I could call her. I'll be.
of
I'm,
no, man. It's good.
You sure? You should, because I'm really good with people. I'm really good with people.
I don't want to burst your bubble today, so yeah, but I'll just give her a call. I've already got it typed in. Like,
all right.
don't need, yeah. So
Him and his greasy fry shipment.
Connie hits the call button, waits for it to ring.
Yeah, and you hear it ring a couple times, and it just kind of goes until you kind of hit the answering machine. It's a typical answering machine message. You hear a woman's voice talk about how she's like, not there at the moment, but she'll get back to you when she can. She'll leave a message.
And Connie kind of looks over at the guys and shakes their head, and says into the answering machine, "Hey, so we're looking into your weird laughing issue. Hearing laughing in the middle of the night.
Haha.
People standing in front of you. So give me a call. Name's Connie." And then hangs up.
She didn't
Alright.
answer. She didn't answer the phone.
No, that's not a good
Maybe,
sign.
maybe she's sleeping.
Could be, or maybe she's dead. You don't know. But we've got her address, so let's head on over and take a peek. And he looks over at Virgil before he makes the stand up. He's like, any other information we should know? I mean, how many bodies so far?
Victims, let's see. Scrolling through his data pad. Counting by now, at least known victims, we have 6. Don't know if there are any more. Some people don't like making police reports because they don't trust the cops. So could always
that's
been
fair.
more
I don't
more
trust
than
cops
that.
either. All right, so about half a dozen. I mean, that's it's not really a big deal here in Night City, but job's job. So how much we getting paid again?
You get 1 thou each.
Plus a tap.
A tab?
Yeah, plus the tap. You get the tap. 1,000 each. Plus you get the tap.
He kind of looks at the table like do any of you have anything beyond just the McDonald's bag of fries?
No, but
mean-
Spark did order drinks before.
Yeah, well, I had a drink. You can pick that up. It's all good. It's all good,
I
buddy.
mean, Curly kind of, as at the mention of a tap, Curly kind of looks between Kane and Sparks. Then he looks down at his McDonald's bag. He's like, I
Maybe
mean, are you guys hungry? I could eat. I could eat.
Yeah. You could buy lunch too. Lunch in 1,000 itties in a tap. We're good.
This guy's just looking. It's like, no tab. Just.
I mean, I
Hey,
guess
look. You don't get the best if you're not willing to pay for it.
I mean,
I'm paying you 1 thou each. That's good. That's good pay.
This sounds
all
pretty
right?
dangerous work here. It does. Sounds pretty dangerous stuff. We got the haha people out there killing dozens of people, and yeah. See,
And I've
Curly
seen people
chuckles
spin
at the nickname. He's like, that's not a half bad decent nickname. The haha people.
The haha people. It's like, look,
not bad.
I've seen other fixers send people off on suicide missions for half as much.
yeah, they're scrubs though. We're professionals.
It's like, then why don't you prove to me you're professionals by doing the damn job?
We will as soon as you cough up the money and pick up the tab.
You get payment after you get results.
Well, then you have to pick up the tab.
Connie just looks at the two and is like, really? Guys, like, stop.
I mean, I don't care one way or another, but I figured, it'd be a nice little bonus. He picks up lunch and, we go take care of this problem.
That's right.
But,
That's
I
right.
am kind of hungry. And he actually flags down one
You
of the,
want the job done right? So you don't want
one of the
you don't want
waitresses.
us to go to this place in look for the haha people on an empty stomach. It'd be very bad.
Look, I'll pay
what
for
am I
your
looking at?
food if you do a good job. I'll reimburse you whatever the check is.
I'll just make this easy for you. You can pay for it now, and then you don't have to worry about it later. Life is much easier this way.
As
The
these two
only
are
one
going
making
back
my
and
life
forth,
hard right now is you, okay?
as these two are going back and forth, Curly flags down a waitress, and he actually makes an order. It's like, "Can I get a large fries with some synth pork and some barbecue sauce and jalapenos
Okay,
and
okay.
cheese and a vanilla milkshake?" Yeah,
Right. And the waiter is like he's like writing down your like order. It's like it's like definitely not the typical thing they serve here. It's like, well, we technically have all of those things. I'm sure we can whip that up for you.
appreciate.
That's you know
And
that's a lot
all
of
of
food.
this while he's still eating the bag of fries.
All right,
Funny.
The man
Miss.
loves
Funny.
his fries, I guess.
What was your name? Virgil. That's right, Mr. Virgil. Again, I'm a reasonable man. Okay, I'm a very, very reasonable man. So,
I don't think you are.
well, just listen, okay? Just listen. You just gotta zip it and listen, okay? So, I agree. Okay, yep, you're right. You can reimburse me for the tap. That's completely fine. I'm good with that. Okay. So how about an advance?
What, the 1,000 in advance? Is
Well,
that
no,
what you're asking for?
just a small advance. You know, the good gesture of good faith. How about that?
I think I'm being generous enough offering to reimburse you for the food you're about to get.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good step in the right direction. We're doing some negotiating. That's what we're doing. See, because you will reimburse me for the tab, which is good, and we're all good. And now you're going to give me a little advance on that.
It's like, no, I don't think I will. Look, you do a good job and build a track record with me. Maybe in the future I'd be willing to consider such a thing. But right now, I don't got that trust.
Sparks kind of looks around. I don't see anybody knocking down the door to take this job. Apparently, these haha people are not all that funny. I guess I don't know. People like funny.
Yeah, you're kind of a comedian yourself, aren't you?
I'm serious business here. This is serious business. I'm a professional.
Virgil, not Virgil. Curly's just he's just watching this at this point. He's finishing off the bag of fries. His burger's long
So what do you say?
gone.
50 eddies? 50 little advance? Just a little one.
I think the man needs it. He seems a little hard on for cash there.
Virgil kind of like,
I don't know what you're talking about hard-ons for. There's no hard-ons here.
He just kind of looks at you. He's like, you know what? Fine, I'll give you an advance. Just don't spend it all in one place.
See, I'm very reasonable.
And
see,
you get he like taps away in his data pad, and you, Spark, in your account get wired 2 eddies. It's like, there, happy. You got your advance. A show of good faith on my side.
See, you and I don't think are getting onto the wrong foot here. Maybe it's the right foot. Anyway, we're in advances, like 50 eddies. That would be a good advance. 50.
I gave you 2. I'm willing to pick up your tab after, or reimburse you for your food after. Don't push your luck.
It's pushing of luck.
As Curly's sitting there, he's looking over at Virgil. He's like, 2 eddies, really, dude?
He's cheap son of a bitch, isn't he?
It's kind a little cheap there. I mean, at that point, you just don't give him any eddies. At least, just saying. I mean,
rude,
whatever.
nasty people.
Like, do I need to remind you that lady didn't answer her call and could be very well be
she is in
mortal danger this very moment?
serious trouble, and you're fucking around giving me 2 eddies.
I think if
why
anyone's
you waste
fucking around,
this
it's
time?
you guys. Well, not counting you. He kind of looks at you, Connie. It's like, you've been respectful, I guess. Quiet.
Whoa! What you saying? I've been disrespectful? How so? I haven't said anything. I'm paying for my own goddamn food.
Oh man.
Virgil's like, oh my god, what's with these guys? Look, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna walk away. And when you guys get the job done, photo evidence of any clowns you kill or bring into the badges, I don't care. Send that to me, and I'll send that to the client. And you guys will get your money. And as he says that, he stands up and he just sort of like walks away. He actually goes to the bar. He's getting a drink.
The guy hiring us is kind of an asshole and a cheap bastard too. So Curly gets his food. He pays for it, and he actually walks over to Virgil with the receipt. Kind of slides it over to him. Huh? Word's your word, right? Hold on to that. And he actually see Virgil, not Virgil, Curly walking out. He actually got it in a to-go container, and he's just eating from it. I wish we did have Momo here. Maybe she should slap some sense in his Virgil character.
Yes.
This cheap ass bastard.
Completely unreasonable fixer. Is no,
Seriously.
no
This
respect
man
at all.
deserves to lose his license.
Look, some of the other players for the other games I ran of this were able to put up a better argument than you did.
Wow.
I mean, Curly doesn't really need the money. I mean, 1,090s is good, but yeah, so Curly's he's walking out to his car. He's like, all right, let's get going. Gotta go stop by this chick's house, see if she's dead or being tortured or whatever. I don't care.
You didn't see the pictures? They're very messy pictures.
Oh, that's exactly why I didn't see the pictures.
Yeah, they're just little gory things, chopping and all this.
I don't need those damn pictures ruining my appetite.
It's kind of. I was curious to see how does a funny person kill someone. It's maybe they laugh to death. I wasn't sure. I had to see them. All right, so where are we going? How are we getting? You have a vehicle. Let's take your vehicle.
Yeah. He walks over to his car, unlocks it, and hops in the driver's seat.
Hey, you got
over
you got the medicine, right? You needed some medicine.
Medicine? What are you talking about, man?
Aren't you a doctor or something?
Yeah, but I have my backpack right here. I don't know. I'm not gonna give you drugs, man, without you needing drugs.
Why do you think I'm wanting drugs? I don't understand. I just asked you a simple question. You've got the medicine, so
Yes,
something.
I have the
Okay,
medicine.
okay.
Oh, gosh, how many times have we been on a mission now? God.
Well, I just I have to make sure because I don't want to have you feel inadequate or anything.
What? Anyway, Connie just hops in the back.
All right, Spark, you getting in the car as well?
Yeah. Yep.
right.
Hop in with my shotgun. I mean, hop in the shotgun with my shotgun.
Nope.
Can't. The dog is there.
Dog's there.
What is it? What El Pedro? He can sit on my lap. He's
nope.
Good. He's
no. You know the deal. Perito sits right there. No one disturbs him.
But what if we get attacked?
In the back. In the back.
All right.
You know
all right. Fine. Sparks gets in the back.
He looks over at Perito. Don't worry, homie. I got you. He actually feeds him a little fry too.
Oh yeah, Perito loves it.
Sparks just kind of eyes the dog.
His homeboy.
Yep. All right, so heading out to Pacifica.
Yep. Yeah. Curly's driving, chilling. He's got some music on. He's got the windows down. His ground car got a little bit of a sunroof. He's got that open. He's just chilling. Curly
Alright.
locks flowing in the wind.
Definitely. So, thankfully, Pacifica isn't very far from where you guys are at now. Both where you're at now and Pacifica are kind of in the southern part of Night City, if I'm remembering the city layout correctly.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't take long. I mean, you do have to deal with some of the usual Night City traffic, but that's the same as it always is. But eventually, you kind of come off the highway, take the exit to Pacifica, and you roll into the district proper. And you see the trademark palm tree standing tall, wide streets, but they're kind of littered with some trash. See plenty of half-developed buildings that look like they were meant to be luxury resorts, now boarded up and serving as homes for all sorts of impoverished folk or hideouts for less than legal groups to conduct their business. In the distance, you see the giant half-built mega mall that serves as Pacifica's greatest landmark, but that's not your destination today. You take a street to the west and eventually come upon an apartment building, much like the others you've seen on your way here. Trash is littered about.
Hey,
You
can,
see
can we stop at the
couple-
mall quick? Can we stop at the mall?
We could do some shopping after we figure out if this lady's alive or dead. All right, how about that?
Why should she?
Then-
Yeah, okay, all right.
And Curly continues driving on.
All right, and as you kind of approach the apartment building that your kind of like GPS is leading you to, you can see it's a fairly simple apartment building. There's some trash kind of just littered about, some loiterers standing around, kind of like smoking some cigarettes and chatting. And as your car kind of comes into view, they definitely kind of give you the side eye, but beyond that, they kind of keep to their own business.
Oh, so basically, is they're pulling up to this lady's? I'm assuming you said it's an apartment complex, right? Like a
Yeah,
mega
or
building?
like not like a full complex. It's I mean it's an apartment building. Think kind of like a 4-story building. The stairs that leading to each apartment is like it's all kind of like outside.
Oh, okay,
So
so more
it's
like a townhouse kind of deal.
yeah, kind of like that.
All right, so yeah, Curly parks out front, hops out. He leaves Perrito off to finish the rest of the last couple of fries and bits of pork. And he's like, "Okay, what apartment building she's in?"
You look back at the address sent to you on your agent, and you see room
Oh
205.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, he whips out his agent, checks the details, and he reaches down and grabs up his pistol, kind of tucks it into the back of his waistband, and he grabs his trusty bat.
All right. Kane, Spark, what are you two doing?
The Spark tries to snag a fry.
From the dog?
Perrito's not
Well-
about to have that shit.
Well, yeah, from the dog. It's greedy little
About to
bastard
lose some fingers.
eating all the food.
Curly, that's your dog. How does Perito react to that?
Ah, I'd say Sparks is gonna have to make an evasion roll.
All right, you heard him, Spark. Roll evasion.
Yeah.
about to lose some fingers.
Hold on a second.
Watch him roll in that one.
yeah. Yeah, watch. That's probably what'll happen. Let's see. been a while since I used this character sheet.
Yeah.
You know,
these
that's
char-
what I was thinking. Like,
these character sheets are
Yeah.
ass.
yeah.
Yeah, we got used to the other style of character sheets, but this is the one that's like that more closely resembles Artel's like regular character sheets. So for the folks at the con, I kind of kept them that way because this is the one that they were most likely to be kind of familiar with.
I evaded
Oh,
the
goddamn.
fuck out.
Oh.
I got 2 fries. Take that, bitch. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm
The
gonna say
31, not 10. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say Spark, you really pulled out some like cat-like reflexes and managed to
Nice.
snag a couple fries while dodging dog's little like
and
trying to nip at
I
you.
jump out of the truck really quick and shut the door, and then I kind of strut, kind of peacock my way up to the driver's side window and look in there at the dog and be like, "Oh yeah."
Just gloating to a dog. Jeez.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah, and
hilarious.
Benito just like it's just kind of you can tell it does like that typical dog huff before it goes back to eating the rest of the fries.
Yeah. Perrito does not look amused.
Connie, what are you doing?
Connie is hopping out of the vehicle, grabbing their assault rifle, and kind of going through their backpack, which they've kind of rigged up with their cryo pump, the back, and then just a normal backpack on the front. Is like just rifling through, making sure everything's there.
Okay. So yeah, you've all kind of gotten out of your car and so far
My
nothing
car.
yeah, Cody's car. And nothing seems out of the ordinary right now. As I said before, there's a couple people kind of standing outside, sort of loitering, smoking cigarettes and chatting. Um, there were a couple like you can tell that like each room kind of has like a window in front of it. But most of them are either like boarded up, having the glass being broken long time ago, or curtains are drawn, kind of blocking vision from trying to block people from being able to look inside. Seems like people here kind of like their privacy.
I think maybe they're a little paranoid.
Specifica, man.
I mean,
Gotta
it's
do
no
what you
city's
gotta do to
paranoid.
survive.
No,
It's so bad.
he's like, all right, well, let's head up and let's go see what there is to see.
So you guys are heading up the stairs to get to room 205?
Yeah, essentially that's it. Yeah, he's
That
gonna
means
walk his way up to
205. It's like the
205.
second floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head up and climb up the stairs. As with the rest of the place, there's bits of trash here and there, and you come along, kind of go along the go down this little walkway. You count the rooms like 201, 202, 203, and so on until you reach room 205. And all seems normal. The window is the curtains are drawn, so you can't really see inside from where you're at, though.
Sparks is gonna like get up close to the wall, kind of like with his back to the wall, and he's gonna edge along the wall and look at the doors. And it's like 201, 202, and then sneak past the door and back up against the wall and edge along the wall. 203, 204, and then he's gonna duck.
While Connie is doing that, Connie just walks up to the door and knocks.
and yeah, and Curly's just standing there, kind of in the hallway with Connie, and she just got his back, kind of leaning up on his shoulder.
Yeah, Spark,
He's watching Sparks out of the corner of his eye, like, what the fuck is he doing?
were you trying to be stealthy with that?
Yeah,
with your approach there?
I am the stealthy cat.
Okay. Roll me some stealth.
All right. This is
See how good you are at
I'm
that.
I'm gonna amaze right now with my mad skills.
Well, you already rolled a nat 10. You know,
Let's see. What do we got? Ooh, well,
14.
14. I mean, hey, that's respectable. You know,
It's respectable, but it is also kind of like broad daylight, and your friends are kind of like just walking out open, right next to you.
hey, if a
So
bear
like,
shits in the woods and there's nobody around to see, did it really happen? I mean, you know.
so like you, so you can kind of like as you're kind of like doing that sneaking thing, Spark. You can kind of see just like out
He is.
out like the parking lot, like some of those loiterers. You tell them like one of them is just like looking at you. It's like a weird look on his face. Like you think you hear him murmur, like, "The hell is that guy doing?"
See, it's my disguise. See, my
but
disguise.
but yeah, other than some weird looks, that's about all you get.
Like,
As
mind
for
your own
Connie,
business.
as for Connie, you knock on the door and silence.
Do we get this person's name?
Yes, it is Alicia Weems.
All right. Connie knocks on the door again and
I think
kind of
she-
calls out, Alicia,
I think she's dead.
you there?
I think she's dead. She's probably there's like bits and pieces and stuff. You didn't see those pictures? Did you see those pictures?
Connie just kind of ignores whatever Spark
Just
is
saying.
saying
I'm
right
just
now.
saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Again, complete silence.
All right. Connie's going to try and open the door.
All right, and you try to open it, but handle doesn't turn. Seems like it's locked.
Is it an old school lock or new lock?
It seems pretty old school. It's like a typical mechanical lock rather than like anything new, anything involving that much. Yes, yes, Spark.
No, that's what Spark's doing right
Who's
now.
doing?
Okay. Yeah, it's an old fashioned mechanical lock, and
All right. So
Even
Connie
even starts
moves
kind of
out.
dancing a little bit. He's like,
Connie moves out of the way and kind of motions for him to go to the lock. And she says, or they say, I really hope that is not your I have to pee dance.
what the
Because that's
fuck was
what it
on those
looks like.
fries? Ugh.
Reese, man. Told you they're not good for you.
Okay. Masters at work here. Move. Get the fuck out of the way. And I'll pick the lock.
all right.
Yeah. Carly's just standing there in the hallway, just watching this whole exchange. With his he has a pair of aviators on. He's like,
And
internally, he's like, this guy's gonna get us killed.
Sparks. Oh, ye of little faith. Sparks turns around to you guys and like does this, and from the tip of his finger pops up his lock picking. Anyway, and
Roll me lockpicking.
Okay, go gadget finger.
how about basic tech? Because I'm using basic tech tools to pick this lock. So I mean, you know.
I'll allow it. I think DV would probably be a bit higher in that scenario, but roll me basic tech.
So with my +2, that'd be an 18.
That's 18. 18. Okay, I'll say because these are like fairly like as everyone, this is like simple old school. That this is not a complicated lock, so it really doesn't take you long before you're able to open it up, and you hear a click come from the door.
And
that telltale unlocking noise.
He makes a show out of it as he like, you know, kind of. And he hears the click, and he's like, ta-da! It's like magic.
Good job.
It's magic.
Good job, Sparks.
Yes. Good job, Sparks.
Curly just watches the whole thing. You weren't hugged much as a child, were you?
Actually, I was hugged a lot. That was very my parents were very free with it, free with the what do you call it? Very loving people. Very, very nice. Very
Affection?
hugging. Affectionate. That's what it was. Affectionate. Yes. Very much hugging and showers and we did things together. Lots of things together. And it was very good. And there was this one time that we were, it was
All right, all right. I don't need your whole life story. All right, let's just go. Jesus Christ. So again, before he, well, I don't know who's doing what, but before Curly enters the apartment, he gives one final kind of knock, a little louder than what Connie did.
Yeah, and again, you knock, and just like before, there's silence. Well, you do hear like the murmuring of like some of the people that have been kind of like just watching you from the loiterers, but again, they're just kind of watching you. They're not really doing anything. But from
Right.
inside, you don't hear anything.
Curly goes ahead and does the door swing inward or outward?
Uh, I'd say inward. I feel like that would be the normal thing for that direction.
Depends. Depends on where you.
I
But
feel
yeah,
like
he
most apartment buildings they would go inward.
uh,
Yeah, sure. We'll just say inward.
all right. So yeah, he it swings both ways. That would be an interesting
Maybe.
door. But yeah, he kind of turns the knob, pushes the door open a little bit, enough that it's like kind of like half open, so they can kind of peer in. But they still got some kind of cover in case someone decides to get frosty.
Okay. And yeah, you kind of like nudge that door open. You hear it like creak,
Hmm.
and
And he's not. Keep in mind, he's not standing right in front of the doorway. He's using his bat to kind of push it open. And he's kind of turkey peeking around
yeah,
around that corner.
yeah, and so as that door kind of opens with a creak, and you're
See
able to
anything?
kind of
See
get a
anything?
peek inside.
What do you see? Does you see anything? You don't have to be so fucking noisy about it. I mean, come on. What? Do you see anything?
Connie just looks at Sparks and kind of smacks him on the arm and says, "Shut the fuck up for
That
just a
was
minute,
that was
please."
completely unnecessary. Completely.
So what does he see?
Uh, inside, you see a complete fucking mess. Uh, you, it looks like you can see some furniture like dressers, tables, and such. They've been knocked over and like looks like they've been smashed to pieces. Like wood chips and debris, or the contents of like the dressers, kind of scattered all around. It looks like a hurricane, blew right through this apartment.
Oh. It kind of looks like the
Okay,
housekeeper hasn't been here in a while.
that's one way to put it. And he kind of taking that in. Curly kind of pushes the door the rest of the way open, so the other two can get a clear view of what's in there. And he kind of looks from Connie to Sparks. He's like, you guys want to go first, or should I?
You have the bet, man.
He looks from his bat down to her assault rifle.
Technically, in
So-
urban environment, assault rifle is not as effective as bat. So I think maybe you should go
Yeah.
first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You go first.
We got your back. We got you. I got the shotgun right here.
Uh-huh.
I'll just duck and I'll take
all
care
right,
of it.
all right. Jesus. He kind of walks in. He's not like creeping in there. He's just walking in there, kind of checking on his way, I guess, into the main room. Are there any doorways or things like
Yeah.
that on the way?
Yeah, so I'd say this main area, it's not like a very large apartment. It's kind of like your standard. This main area kind of goes into this living room slash kitchen area,
Okay,
and
so it's more like a studio apartment.
kind of like that. You can tell like off to the right, it looks like there are some closed doors. You can probably presume that's like where the bedroom and bathroom are. But this whole area here has been just completely wrecked and like kind of mixed in with the wood with the wood chips from all the shattered and smashed furniture. I also see something a little. Now that you're kind of inside, you see something a little more colorful mixed in, and it looks like it's confetti. It's varying colors. It's kind of scattered all about.
You know,
He
if she's dead, this place might be on the market soon. They have to clean it up some, but
Are you really apartment shopping right now, man?
at an apartment where someone just potentially got killed.
I mean,
That's
I
bad
didn't
juju,
say I
man.
would. I
probably
was
drives down
asking.
the
I was
value.
saying for a friend. I have some friends who are looking for apartment. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
And you see Curly kind of just
If somebody just recently died here, that means the price might be lower too.
yeah, it might come with ghosts
You get a
too.
deal. You get a good deal.
So Curly kind of takes in the confetti and the destroyed furniture, and he makes his way towards the that kind of section that leads to the bathroom / bedroom.
All right. So the door is closed. Do you open it?
He does.
Okay. So you open it, and inside things look perfectly normal. You don't see any Alicia. You don't see any like bodies or anything, and it looks completely normal. Like things aren't smashed. It looks like whatever happened seems to be contained in that one area. But Connie, what are you doing right now?
Connie is gonna look around and see if they can see like there's any blood or anything on the ground. If there are any signs of life, basically.
Okay, roll me a perception.
Perception. Remind me how to roll with this.
Just click on it.
Character
You can
sheet.
just click on the skill name, and that should
Okay.
roll it for you.
There we go. 17.
17. Okay. Yeah. So, uh, you're kind of like looking around, and obviously the floor is a bit like covered with all this like confetti, wood chips, and stuff like that. But as you kind of get near the where the couch has been kind of like messed up, you do see a little different bit of color mixed in, and it looks like a splatter of blood underneath the wood chips and confetti.
All right. And using their med tech skill, can they kind of determine like
Ketchup.
how much blood is there?
Um, except for how much? Yeah, I don't think I'll need you to roll for that. It doesn't look like a whole lot. Uh, like it's definitely nothing to be life threatening. It looks like someone just got hit with something, and there's just some blood splatter from that. So they were probably struck or something like that.
Okay. So Connie relays this to the other two and says it's not enough that, whoever it is might be dead, but it's the only sign, really. So no gruesome murders here.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
look at the bathroom.
Okay, so where so you're going to the bathroom. So it's like kind of the door opposite to the bedroom that Curly went into,
Okay.
and it's a kind of a normal bathroom, maybe a little messy. And it's a woman's bathroom, so she's got like all the products like makeup, stuff like that, kind of
I gotta
all
find.
around
I
the
gotta.
sink.
I gotta find some clues. So I'm gonna start digging through the. I gotta see what's in the medicine cabinet. And by the way, what is in the medicine
Are
cabinet?
clues what you're looking for in that medicine cabinet?
Wait, of course they are. That's my. I'm a professional investigator person. I'm gonna find
Sure.
out what happened here.
He's
Okay.
looking for a pharmacy is what he's looking for.
Can't
Okay,
get it from the med tech.
I guess roll me a conceal reveal object.
Okay. 17.
17.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
well,
nat 10, I think.
yeah, even
Yeah.
Goddamn.
all right. So, yeah, you look around. You don't really see anything that looks like it would be a clue as to what happened here. But going through a little medicine cabinet, you find a couple things. You see some like Tylenol. Looks like uh, you might guess this person kind of suffered from like headaches or regular kind of like pain. I see like some birth control pills, and something that you might think is for like I'm just like trying to think of a medical condition person could just randomly have. I'll say arthritis. Yeah, you see, looks like some sort of arthritis medication.
Okay,
Hey,
that
some
sucks.
arthritis medications are pretty are pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Just fucking
immunosuppressants essentially. That's what they are.
Sparks is out here trying to. Ah,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna
not
I'm
the
gonna
fun kind.
I'm gonna grab those. I mean, because they're clues. So I'm gonna take those.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Clues. This is important evidence.
well, there are
uh,
they're clues. So, um,
my man Sparks, bro. Love him.
Yeah. So,
so I gotta take those, and then I gotta take a leak too. So, I'm in the bathroom. So,
okay. So,
So while he's doing that, Curly is in the bedroom, kind of looking around, opening. So, are there any like dressers or drawers or anything like that around?
yeah, yeah. You can see like a dresser, and there's like a mirror. Like as I said before, like this room looks like completely normal. Maybe there's like a few like bit of like a shirt here, some pants there. Just some like typical person leaving some
Clothes.
clothes around.
Yeah.
But it looks like this room has been completely untouched by the chaos that happened in the main living area.
Okay. So he goes around. He kind of checks the closet, checks under the bed just in case. Can't be too careful.
Okay. And yeah, you check in the bedroom closet. There's you don't really it's normal stuff. You see some like dresses, coats,
Some
a
just
couple like
clothes. No,
boxes, very regular stuff.
there's no bodies stuffed in there. Okay.
No,
And nothing under the bed. All right.
no monsters under this bed.
Okay. You gotta be careful, man. So he starts going through all the like the dresser drawers and the bedside table. But basically, he's looking for kind of anything I could shed some light on her life, maybe where she worked, or if she had a friend to meet, or anything like that.
Uh, while you're kind of looking through the closet, you do see like a kind of work uniform. It
Mhm.
uh, it looks like it
bucket slice.
belongs. Yeah, we'll say it's like a bucket slice. Like a fast food
Uh,
uniform that, and you're. I mean, I feel like if you've been in Night City long enough, if you know Pacific at all, you think there's one around here somewhere.
oh, there's usually one.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you guess that that's probably where she works.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, well, so we got that. He comes back out of that room and he goes back into the living room and he spots uh Connie going through the destruction. He's like, "You find anything useful?" Apparently, the chick worked at Bucket Slice, so maybe we check there after here to see if she showed up, or I don't know, see if
Were
anybody
any
noticed.
were any of us paying attention enough to remember where these victims were killed? Like, were they killed in their homes or were they killed, you
House
know?
Uh,
maybe.
when Virgil explained this to you, it sounded like most victims did end up dead in their own homes.
Okay.
So it I feel like it would feel a little strange that this time you didn't see a body, but you do obviously there is signs something happened here, as well as that little blood splatter.
Okay. Connie just relays the same thing of, there is blood, but it's not enough to actually signify that somebody may have died. And then Connie's gonna actually head over to the kitchen.
The kitchen. All right. What are you looking for in there?
She's looking for a snack.
They're gonna look for.
Let me know if you find anything good.
Well, they're still looking for any sort of like blood or anything, because if there's a fridge large enough to hold a body, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, like the rest of the place, the kitchen is kind of like a mess. Looks like things that were like in cabinets were just sort of like thrown out and all that stuff. Like someone was intentionally making as big a fucking mess here as they possibly could.
Okay.
You might have to like watch your steps because you see like some of the like cooking knives and stuff on the ground.
Okay. But no stuff dripping out of the fridge.
No, that fridge, no weird pool of blood dripping out of it or anything.
All right. Connie kind of looks around and says, weren't most people killed in their home? Why would they all of a sudden change their MO? Take this person to a second location. Then they're actually going to also head for the bedroom and start rifling through the closet and or drawers to kind of see if there's any evidence that this person may be a bozo.
Okay. Before you kind of like, as you're kind of like walking out the little kitchen area, before you kind of hit where the bedroom is, uh, Curly and Connie, both of you roll me a perception check.
Yeah, see, if
All
I
right,
was
stand by.
if I was there, we wouldn't need a perception check because I'd just
17.
see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, perception. 21.
Okay. So,
Damn.
it's Curly, as Connie kind of starts walking past you. You do actually notice something in the corner of this living area. You actually see a small security cam posted at the one of the top corners.
Is it on?
You can see like a little like green light on it. That you can guess that that's probably on.
Okay. Does it look like it has an audio feature?
Um,
Based on his technical knowledge, and if you need to, I'll roll basic tech.
roll me a basic tech because right now you're just kind of like seeing it from right there, so you're not really getting like a close look.
And 11.
11. No, you can't really tell without like actually getting to it and look, taking a look at it.
Okay. So as he notices that, he actually pulls out his agent and he sends both Connie and Sparks a message saying there's a camera active in the living room watching them right now. And he also says, "Don't make a fucking scene," because he can't. He's like, because he doesn't know if the audio is being recorded.
Yeah, and Connie, we'll say that you were going through the closet and dressers, and yeah, no, I mean, no, no clown things, no weird, big red curly haired wigs or strange outfits.
I'm gonna use
you-
my keen vision, my microscope with my eye, and I'm gonna head back into the bedroom. So I'm gonna walk across the living room, deliberately ignoring that camera because I am good at this.
uh-huh.
And
What are
they
you, what are
they
you
won't
doing
they
here?
won't even know that I know that they know that I know that I know that they know that there's a camera there. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head back in the
Uh-huh.
bedroom because somebody missed something. I know somebody missed something, so I'm gonna head back in the bedroom and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go look for stuff, and I'm gonna look specifically for the sock and underwear drawer.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like one of the top
People.
drawers.
Well,
You find some lingerie, I guess.
Oh no.
people keep weird shit in those drawers, man. That's where you hide the stuff because
Oh
it's
no.
So, all right, what all's in that drawer?
You find some regular underwear. You find a little bit of something a little more risque. And
Scay.
I guess if you're gonna dig to the bottom of this drawer like a weirdo, you find $20.
I'll be damned. How about that? It's my lucky day.
While Spark is digging through this woman's underwear, what?
I'll come out with the really skinty, the risque one, and be like, this lady is into some skinky shit. I think maybe.
Connie kind of looks at him and just gives him this utter look of like confusion and disgust and says, "That's not kinky. That's just normal lingerie, dude."
I don't know. I don't know these things. I don't know anything about these things. This is
We live in Night City.
purity
AJ
is
Street is down the road.
integrity and purity and good. This is not stuff good girls wear. This is, I don't know what this is.
Oh no, you're not one of those people, are you? No, no.
So, Curly,
I think this might be a clue
to?
because maybe this might be a clue.
It's not a clue.
Well, but
It's not a clue. It's pretty standard, man.
he just tosses
Man.
it then.
You've got to up your game for sure.
My game's just fine. I'm good. I don't want. What you told?
Curly, what are you doing?
Uh-oh.
I
think Rob froze.
Yeah, I hear him talking in the other room over there. He is not coming through to us on Streamlabs right now. For now, Connie, what are you doing now that you got to see this man coming out with some fucking underwear?
All right. Connie is actually going to look around for Alicia's computer.
So you kind of like, I think you probably saw that in her bedroom. It was like a desk and a small little like desktop.
Oh, I think Rob is back.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Okay. So he's like, yeah. He kind of pokes his head in, kind of looks around. It's like, what are you guys arguing?
Connie kind of plucks the lingerie off the floor and says he thinks this is kinky. It's not. It's standard fare. And then chucks it onto the bed.
This is not. I'm pretty sure that's a clue. It's got to be a clue because this is not
a clue.
But this is some real kink shit here.
Did he take the $20 or did he only take the underwear?
What $20?
Okay, so he was too focused on the underwear to notice the $20.
There was no $20. I have no idea what you're. There's no $20. There's nothing. This doesn't exist.
Fair enough. Curly's like, you guys got my message, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for Alicia's computer.
Okay. I didn't really find anything technology-wise. I didn't even find her agent. See if you can find that too.
All right.
Yeah. So, as I said before, you remember when you were in the bedroom, you saw a little a desk with a simple desktop. As far as an agent goes, from like each of your kind of investigations you've done so far, you don't recall seeing an agent anywhere.
Hmm.
Pinky lingerie, video camera, no agent. Maybe she's a trafficker. One of
God.
those things. No?
No. Just no. Anyway, keep looking. And Connie's gonna keep looking for that agent and the computer potentially.
Okay. Well, you do know there's the computer in the bedroom. There is that. You remember seeing that when you went in there earlier. Do you want to go check that out?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you kind of walk over into the bedroom and sit down. You can tell so it's kind of like in sleep mode right now.
All right.
Do I
Connie.
does Sparks see her going to the computer?
Sure, if you're paying attention.
I'm gonna he's gonna follow her over there quietly.
All right. So Connie is gonna wake up the computer.
Yep. The screen turns on, and it's a kind of typical, kind of like a login screen asking for a password.
Connie kind of looks over at Sparks and says, "Do you know how to get into a computer like this? You hack in?"
Of course. It's a
Sure.
machine I can do. I'm yes, just you can go find something else to do. I'll bust into this machine. No problem.
All right. Have at it.
Okay, so Spark, you taking a crack at this
Yeah,
thing?
you bet. I'm sit right down there. I'm gonna whip out my mad skills and crack this nut.
Okay, so let's see. I guess either a basic tech or electronic security tech might work.
Okay.
Whichever you want to roll. I
They're
think.
both the same for him, so
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
do electronic security tech. And I got an 18.
Okay, so yeah, like the rest of the stuff in this place, it's all kind of like fairly cheap stuff. So it doesn't take you long to kind of like you kind of just access some sort of like subroutine to kind of like boot things up in like
And
a safe mode or
see,
administrator.
you see, Miss little lacy tatas can't keep me out of her machines.
Yep. And once you're in, you see a couple like things you could access. So of course, there's like a typical web browser. There's
I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be looking.
usual.
I'm gonna be looking for a camera input, something to control a network.
Yeah, so in the as like one of the icons on the desktop, you do see an icon that looks like a camera, and it is seems to act, and it's labeled security.
Okay. And I'm gonna. Well, wait a minute. I'm gonna check that out. I want to see what the subroutine is around that, just to make sure that I'm not just gonna click on that folder. I want to see where the root of that folder is. What is that? Got any security around it?
Um, so you kind of like check that piece out, and since you've like already kind of like gotten access
Mhm.
to the system by bypassing it earlier, uh, it looks like you have fairly free access.
All right. So let's see what is let's see what's behind that. Click on it.
Okay, so you click on it and it opens it up, and you can see that right now you see like a live feed of the main living area. Seems like that's actually the only camera in this place, and you can see Curly just kind of like looking around, uh, and you can actually like hear the sound of him like stepping on some of the wood chips that are scattered around.
Curly, you need
And
to quiet down, man. You're very noisy. Noisy, very noisy. I understand why Kane didn't Kane. I understand why she didn't have any fries now. Lose a little, want to lose a little round of. I get it. I understand. Okay.
And besides the live feed, you do see you do see like a section for recordings, and it seems like this being a very cheap system with a limited memory,
Mhm.
it doesn't. It only holds the memory of the current day, starting at the beginning of the day.
Okay. Is there any external connections?
External connections.
Yeah, like some where it's feeding information somewhere else, or someone's able to peek in on us, or
Not. I mean, I'd say because this is like part of an apartment building,
Mhm.
there's probably some room in the apartment, probably near the office, where they could probably access like I guess everyone's security cameras. But uh,
nothing for
that's
this
all you can
system.
really. Nothing that looks off to you. I'll say out of the ordinary.
All right, Doc, you're in.
All right. Connie is going to look through and see if they can find any like previous recordings or anything like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, you click on this recording tabs, and you see, you only see one. It seems like this cheap system doesn't really keep recordings for long, and it seems to start at the beginning of this day.
All right. So Connie's going to open that up and try and find, like, just skimming through it through the video to try and find where.
Are you sure? Are you sure
Where
you want to
things
do that?
happen.
You sure you want to look to
Yeah.
that video? Are you sure? Really sure? Because I mean, you didn't see the pictures, so I mean,
Dude, we got to figure it out. So, yeah.
don't
Yeah.
worry. I'm right. Pats her on the shoulder. I'm right here behind you. I got your back.
All right. Well, while they're starting to get into this recording, Curly, what are you up to? It seems like the other two have found something. Uh, what are you doing? Are you muted? I can't hear him again. What's going on?
Yeah. Can't hear you still.
Stream is not being kind to Rob today.
It is.
Mm-mm.
Hold on a minute. Let me.
Oh, there he goes.
Lost him. Okay.
All right. So,
Yes.
yeah, rip
Yes,
Streamlabs
Jules,
again. Yeah, that good old Streamlabs, very functional piece of technology that we unfortunately have to use.
For now.
Yeah. So, Connie, we'll say that you kind of begin playing this record footage, and let's say you're kind of like fast forwarding through it, and
Mhm.
start of it, it's like, last night at midnight, everything's dark, and you see everything looks normal. And kind of fast forwarding through things as it kind of gets like early morning. I see Alicia kind of like come into view very quickly. Looks like she's like getting things ready. Quick bite, get a quick bite to eat from the kitchen, and then she heads out wearing her work uniform. The day goes by as you see like sunlight filtering in through the window, kind of just like drift across the floor as the angle of the sun changes, and until it gets like later in the day, probably like a couple hours ago, and the door opens. Alicia comes back into view, and so this is probably the part where you kind of like stop the fast forwarding.
Mm-hmm.
She comes in. She sets down her purse.
Sparks is like chewing his nails as he's watching us.
Yeah, she sets down her purse on the coffee table in front of the couch, and it's like a big exhausted sigh. She kind of like plops down onto that couch, like hanging her head back and closing her eyes. Like she seems exhausted right now.
Don't do it. Don't fall asleep. It's very bad.
Yeah.
Don't fall asleep.
And she's taking a moment to just kind of decompress and rest. And
Oh, I feel so bad for
behind her, you see a closet door, one that
Holy
you kind
shit,
of
look
like
out.
checked before, and you see it's like slowly start to just creak open. Or I shouldn't say creak; it was silent.
It's coming. It's
And,
coming. Come on, lady, wake up.
And as it fully opens, you see something a little strange in that closet. See a man about 7 feet tall by your estimation, wearing a
Holy
very
shit! What is that? What
very
is it?
colorful.
What is the thing? And he pushes. Sparks is gonna push. What the fuck is that? What is it? What is that? What is that thing? That's a big.
Connie is just ignoring the crap out of Sparks at this point.
Yeah, and the camera, it's pretty low resolution, so you can't make out the finer details, but you can tell that this is a very colorful individual. The outfit is like very puffy, meaning it's kind of hard to tell what kind of build this person has, whether they're like lanky or actually like or like rotund or whatever. Uh, typical like neck frills that you see for clowns, and a colored face with the red curly hair.
Oh my
And
god,
you see
they're
this
real.
figure.
What? Holy! What do we can't? They're real. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's a.
Yes, Sparks, I see. I'm watching. We got to figure out where they went.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
and
means we have to watch this. This is. Oh.
You don't have to watch it. You can go into the other room.
you already like saw what happened to a lot of the bodies of past victims, and this
Poor
is
girl,
what's
I
getting
feel
you.
so bad for this girl. Come on, girl, wake up, wake up.
So you see this figure. He like starts to creep out from that like broom closet, and it's this like very comical sneaking that you kind of see in like cartoons. And
That's goofy. That's creepy looking shit right there.
Yeah, and you can tell he's got like a baseball bat in one hand, and he kind of comes up behind her and just oh so gingerly taps her on the shoulder. This naturally spooks Alicia. She whips her head around in a startle, and you hear the clown go, "Boo!" He smacks her across the head with a baseball bat. And you see a splatter of blood, the same one that you found, Connie. And Alicia just falls to the floor. The
He
clown
didn't even
then,
go, haha. What the hell's wrong with this? We gotta have a talk with this Virgil guy.
well, as soon as you say that, you start to hear giggling coming from the clown. He seems very giddy at just what happened, and he then reaches into his pockets and pulls out a bunch of confetti, starts tossing it around everywhere. Just the sick laughter going on. And once he's kind of spread the confetti around, he takes that baseball bat and just goes around the apartment, just wrecking everything. You kind of like fast forward through it a bit because this process takes about like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Like he's just going nuts until he finally finishes. He kind of looks around, hands on his hips, like he's proud of his work. Then he goes back over to that broom closet and takes out a large black bag. Looks kind of like, or actually not even like a black bag. It's like a large burlap sack. He grabs Alicia by the arm and just kind of stuffs her inside this bag. Then just sort of like hoists it over his shoulder, and he starts to walk out of frame. But just before he walks out of frame, his eyes catch the camera, and he approaches the camera. And by now, even through the poor resolution, you can kind of make out the details of his face. And you see it's white coloring all over, big red bulbous nose, and his lips biosculpted to retain a constant grin. Almost.
I think I heard about this guy. I think I heard about this guy. This is Santa Claus.
Connie kind of just pinches the bridge of their nose and says, "It's not even December."
What crazy people do crazy things, you know?
It's a clown. That's what it is. That's what we were told it was. Now we got to figure out
Santa
where
Claus
the fuck
could be
they
a clown.
And as he kind of peers into this camera, he's like, "Is anybody watching?" You hear him say. It's like, "Oh, I hope so. Oh, I know. I'll leave you an invitation." And he pulls out a piece of paper from his one of his pockets, kind of folds it in half, and he walks over to the couch and just sort of slips it underneath. And with a laugh, he walks out of frame. And actually, before he does that, he actually got into her purse and pulled out her keys. And you can hear as he closes the door, him locking the door back up.
Well, here we go.
Thank God he's gone. I guess that's it. We go tell him that the clowns took the girl.
I think we gotta go find the clowns, friend.
What I miss?
You missed the entire video recording. To give you the short and skinny, they watched the recording, and after Alicia got back home from work, the clown came out of the closet behind the couch, smacked her with a baseball bat, smashed everything around, and stuffed her in a burlap sack and left, not before leaving a little note underneath the couch.
And Connie's actually going to call out to Curly and be like, "Hey, look under the couch. There should be a piece of paper from our clown friends.
From Santa Claus."
Did they leave a name? And he actually goes to the couch and kind of peeks under it.
No name, just told us that he's leaving an invitation for us.
Yeah. So
Curly goes and checks underneath what's left of the couch, I guess.
Yeah,
unless the couch is literally the only untouched piece of furniture in this room.
Nah, I mean it's banged up like the rest of everything, but like the center is like definitely caved in, but like on the left side where some of the legs are still standing, has some space underneath. You do see a white piece of paper folded in half underneath there.
All right, so he picks that up, and he opens up the piece of paper.
All right, and in there you see written. Where did I put that? Want to be a part of the show? Come underneath the boardwalk. Let's have some fun.
Part of the
What?
show.
What the fuck is this stupid shit? Is this some? He walks like he's saying that to himself, but he walks into the bedroom where the other two are, and he kind of shows them what he found.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. Clowns. This is why no one likes them.
Yep.
All right. So,
Well, I guess we go to the boardwalk.
I mean, we got no choice if we want to potentially find out what's going on and probably
see, I
kill
told
some of
you.
these fuckers.
I told you. I told that virgin fellow that 1,000
Virgin
eddies
fellow.
was not enough. It's not enough for this. This is bullshit.
The virgin fellow. Jesus.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing?
I mean, they got no choice. They got to go to the boardwalk, so that's where they're going.
Yep.
All right, and I'll say that the Pacifica kind of being by the coast, boardwalk is another one of the like hot places to be in this place. So I'd say you guys kind of already know where it is.
Okay.
So you all hopping into that car?
Yep. Curly goes back downstairs, fires up his car again, and they're off.
All right. And yep, you guys do just that, and you hop in the car, drive off, and it doesn't take very long to get to this boardwalk. Say it's only about like a 5-minute drive, and as you get there, you can kind of find it to be actually a fairly lively place compared to the rest of Pacifica. As you kind of like come out of the car, you can hear the waves crashing against the beach, smell the salt in the air, and there's a really nice breeze that blows through your hair. On the boardwalk, before you're like, you can kind of see it from as you step out of your car in the parking lot. You see there's small shops are lining the boardwalk, and you see plenty of people walking to and fro, hanging out with friends or shopping at one of the many local stores. Mixed in with the crowd, you can see a couple of armed individuals. They look Haitian. You can probably guess that they're part of the Voodoo Boys, and it seems like they're the ones that kind of keep the peace around these parts and kind of actually allow this commercial area to operate without being harassed by other gangers and stuff.
All right. It's time to get serious now, you two. Quit fucking around.
The fuck?
Serious mode engaged.
Apparently.
Okay, man. I mean, I don't get why you put up a front, but whatever.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
I mean, Curly just hops out of the car and leaves little Perrito with his mariachi music. I mean, he still has his usual armament. He starts making his way down to the.
Well, and while no one's looking, Sparks steps up next to that driver's side door again. At least he thinks no one's looking. He looks in there at the dog and he goes, and then continues on.
Greg, you always you gave me shit for killing you last time. You're really making it easy for me to do it again. It's like you're asking me to.
Wow, that's Horrible of you.
No, he's making it easy to want to off his character. I know.
Well, you either have to make your character loved or hated, right?
Yeah.
Or a little of both.
I guess I can. I don't disagree.
Come on. You're gonna love Sparks by the end of this. He's a cuddly sort of, just that guy. That's...
I mean, I don't know about that, but
definitely. So, you guys heading under the boardwalk?
the note said specifically under the boardwalk, right?
Yes, it did say under.
Okay. So on this boardwalk, is there anybody on it? Like, are there people out there just hanging out, or?
Oh yeah, there's it's like a pretty big boardwalk. There's all sorts of people, like they're like stalls set up on it.
Oh, right. So he walks over. Go ahead.
It's a pretty lively place.
So he walks over to the nearest stall, and he kind of walks up. I guess I'll let you describe the stall.
I'd say that this stall, let's say they sell kind of like phone cases, or I guess in this case, agent cases. And a couple other like minor like tech things, like some chargers and stuff like that.
So he walks up to the person behind the booth. He's like, "Hey, have you I'm assuming he watched the video after he got into the room. We're just gonna say he did.
Yeah.
He's like, this is gonna sound like a weird question, but have you seen a clown carrying a burlap sack around by chance?
This guy just kind of looks at it. He's like, a clown?
Yeah, yeah, a clown. Honky nose, big old feet, stupid makeup.
It's like, kind of looks out to the rest of the boardwalk, and you can see like a couple performers here and there, but definitely like no clowns. It's like, afraid I haven't seen anything like that today. Though
But have you seen it at any? Say the last week.
Personally, he kind of like stops for a second. He's like, actually, now that you mention it, granted, I haven't seen anything myself, and this is just sort of hearsay, all right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard some people say that they've seen a kind of tall, colorful-looking fella around these parts sometimes. No one's ever gotten a good look. Seems, but I don't know. I figure it's just someone skezzed out making up things.
Okay, well, thanks. And he kind of leaves him a tip of 2080s or whatever.
All right, and he eagerly accepts the tip. It's like, thanks, Choom.
No problem. Thanks for the information. He walks back over to Connie and Sparks. He's like, well, I mean, aside from the note, yeah, it seems like this guy's been frequenting the boardwalk fairly regularly. People, according to that guy, there's some people who spotted him, but no real good luck. So I guess let's go check out what's underneath this boardwalk, huh?
All right.
And then he's gonna make his way down underneath the boardwalk, I guess, taking some stairs or whatever gains access.
Yeah, so I kind of got the edge of the boardwalk. There's like some stairs leading down to the beach.
Yeah.
You all heading down there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get down there and kind of looking in the direction of underneath the boardwalk. You kind of see what you'd expect. The big wooden support beams that keep the boardwalk up. There's some trash down here, like cans, bottles, plastic wrappers, etc. that people just thoughtlessly toss off to the side instead of into trash cans, like proper, responsible people. Kind of down the other way, you see like a couple of look like young teens hanging out near one of the support beams closer to the water. look like they're smoking some cigarettes, and as soon as they see you guys, they kind of like just scamper off, like they just got caught doing something they weren't supposed to. But what catches your eye the most is off to the left side towards the mainland, underneath the boardwalk, you see what looks like a large drainage tunnel where the runoff water from Pacifica comes to drain into the ocean.
Oh, lovely. We're going into the sewers. Great.
Gotta love it, baby.
Clowns love sewers. Ever seen it?
They do love the sewers. Fucking
I think
weirdos.
we should go have a talk with those kids back there.
Why? Who cares?
Because they're throwing their lives away. We have a responsibility to the next generation.
No one gives a shit. We've got work to do.
You get. Does Spark? Is he? Does he make some of those? What is it called? Those anti-smoking ads. Does he make those?
No.
There are worse things they could be doing right now.
Yeah, I'd say
I
honestly.
think we should make sure that they know this. We talk to them, tell them, give the education, give them an education.
Like they'll listen to us. Doubt it. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. Think about, we've got to save the girl.
In the sewer.
Yeah.
Great.
So is there any indication that like we're supposed to go into the sewer? Because we're underneath the boardwalk. Like again, is there anything kind of points to, hey, this is where you're supposed to
go? Roll me a perception check.
Right.
And in fact, any of you can right now.
15.
See if I'm perceptive.
23.
Connie is definitely perceptive right now.
15.
So, Connie, nothing else down here really catches your attention, but you do see something, and it looks like it looks like something was almost dragged through here, leading up to the drainage tunnel. It's hard to make out because it seems like it happened a while ago, and just the kind of like the wind and everything kind of like covered some of those tracks, but it does look like something was dragged through this way.
All right. Connie is gonna note this and say to the guys, it doesn't look fresh, but I don't know. Did anybody get that timestamp on when the clowns seemed to leave?
No. I figured there'd be more of a indicator that where we're supposed to go. This fucking weirdo wants us to join the show.
Expect a red balloon?
Yeah, maybe. You know what? We're all gonna kill this motherfucker when we catch him. Slowly. I think drowning. Yeah, drowning sounds like a good idea.
You are a very dark man.
So
kind of have to be in this line of work.
Did you see what that guy did to the apartment? I can only imagine what they've done to their victims.
Yeah, because you didn't look at the photos. See, you would have looked at the photos, then you would know what they do to the victims, to the people, to the. Yeah.
No, but look, you said there's some drag marks.
Little drag
Does
marks.
she point them out?
That's not sus at all.
No?
Yeah, she'll point them out.
Okay. He's like, look, he probably took her in there or something. Let's just get going. Already getting hungry.
Sparks cocks his shotgun.
All right, you guys heading over to check out that drainage tunnel?
Yep.
And what's his face guy has a little kind of backpack on. He pulls out a flashlight.
Yep, and it was definitely something you needed because the sunlight only illuminates so far into those tunnels. But what you see kind of peering in is it's definitely a wide and kind of tall tunnel. Definitely something that was meant for people to walk through. There's like a central channel where all the water flows through, and on the side are kind of like these raised bits. You can tell if they're kind of like the walkways for people to kind of travel through there. So far, nothing looks off. Kind of shining your light down there because I think these are like super flashlights that have like 100-meter range, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It looks like it just kind of goes straight for a bit before kind of like curving off to the left.
Oh yeah, he just goes straight down in there. He's using the walkway, so he's not walking in shit, sludge. He does, and he still has his Crocs on, by the way, but he has engaged sport mode.
Be careful, there are some crocodiles in these sewers.
Yeah, so he's got sport mode engaged.
All right, so you two following him in?
No, I'm gonna stay right up with him.
Yep. Well, Connie's kind of following behind, and they've actually taken out the flashlight from their medtech bag and is using that to kind of illuminate their path.
Okay. So yeah, with two of you having flashlights,
I'm gonna use the flashlight, and I'm gonna take one of the road flares out of my bag and kind of stick it in the strap. No, not like sticking it in a strap so it's easy access.
Okay, so all three of you have flashlights, and thanks to that, it's actually kind of bright down here now. But you can see perfectly fine, and you kind of start making your way down, and you don't know what the people here in Pacifica eat, but goddamn, is the smell down here rancid.
Lovely.
They probably eat a lot of burritos.
Burritos,
a lot of Taco Bell.
Yeah, I mean, just from Alicia's uniform, there's a bucket slice in the area, and that place has a very Taco Bell-like reputation.
So I'm also gonna pull out my anti-smog breathing mask and put that on.
I think Curly's gonna do the same. He's gonna pull out
and code red.
His
anti-smog mask. He's gonna pull out and he actually he pulls out from his little like he has kind of like a carry-all backpack. He pulls out a medtech bag actually and kind of hands it over to Connie. He's like, just in case you need some extra stuff.
Yeah, maybe I should carry that. Maybe I should carry that one.
No.
Why not? Because I mean, you might get hurt, and then you
have
need
a
to come in.
propensity to steal meds.
What? No, I do not. I don't steal. What? Oh, how could you say such a thing? I don't steal nothing. No, this is bad.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Connie just shoulders the bag with
Feeling
their
very
own.
insulted now.
Flatline. Oh man.
So yeah, you guys are heading those anti-smog masks thankfully do help with the smell of it. It still kind of lingers. That filtration system can't filter everything out, but does make it a bit more I guess bearable down here for you. Connie, it's not good, but you kind of managed to keep your lunch. I think in your line of work, you've probably smelled some bad things in the past, so you're probably prepared for bad smells in general. Yeah. And so you you walk along for a bit. It takes a couple. You walk a couple of minutes as this tunnel kind of like makes a few like twists and turns. You can't really hear anything besides the just the flowing of water. But eventually, as you kind of round one corner, a figure becomes illuminated by your flashlights. And what you see is a clown, but it's a different one that you saw in the video footage earlier. This
What
one
did
is
the one in the video footage look like?
the
Just for
one in the video footage. He was a very tall guy, like by your estimation, probably around 7 feet. Very puffy outfit, red curly hair, and a his face biosculpted so that his mouth is in a constant grin. That was kind of like almost too wide.
Gotcha. Okay.
What you see in front of you is different. About average height, maybe a little lower. Very skinny fellow here.
Are we surprised by this? I mean, are we? Is this like a
Yeah, is he
shocking
hiding or does
moment?
he
That's
No, he's
make
standing there out in the open, like as if he was waiting for something. And you see that he's got like those very elongated shoes, and he's got his makeup instead of having like a grin is like a frown. He has like some teardrops under his eyes.
oh, that's too creepy.
And
I'm gonna put my shotgun on him.
Oh no.
are you just pointing?
Yeah, yeah. For not, well, I mean, you didn't freak me out, right? I mean, or do I roll for that?
I mean, he's just. I mean, I'll leave that up to you because he's just standing there.
And considering
and-
we got these powerful flashlights, I'm assuming we saw him coming a little ways off. Unless we
Yeah.
rounded a corner and he was like standing right there around the corner.
This
We
is
can
like
say
this
he's
is
probably
like
like
the Ring sort of thing where he just kind of appears out of nowhere.
No,
Yeah.
we can say that as you're around the corner, he's like about 20 meters
So
ahead of you. It's just not like you're face to face.
completely out of character. I got to ask this question. So if I shoot him, does he burst into confetti?
I mean,
Because if he does,
I would say
then
there's
gotta
only
shoot him.
one way to. I would say there's
it's
only
red
one way to
confetti.
find out, but
One way to find out.
But as you guys kind of see him, Sparky point your shotgun at him, and he definitely sees you guys because you have those flashlights. It'd be hard to miss you. And he kind of squints his eyes because there's 3 flashlights kind of flashing. I'm like, oh, hi, hey.
Hey, you, Mr. Clown Shoes.
Yeah. Keep those hands visible. I'm assuming, considering you're. I mean, this is weird enough, but you're a clown and you're standing in the middle of a fucking sewer. I'm assuming you're part of the bozos.
Where's the girl?
What was it? Oh, girl. That's a lot of questions. So
It's
yeah,
only-
I am standing
Oh.
here. I was told to stand here and greet anyone that came along. Those lights are really bright. Could you put down like maybe just one of them?
Nope.
It's really hard to see.
Nope. Answer
Oh,
the questions.
Connie will put down their flashlight.
It's like,
It's
oh,
like, is it just you or you got buddies? And Curly starts kind of looking around the general area for anybody looking for
Yeah.
any potential hidey holes for the other fucking clowns.
Maybe
I mean, right now
I
it's
should shoot him in the
it's
leg.
a tunnel.
Maybe I should shoot him in the leg just to make sure.
Don't shoot him in the leg. At least not yet.
Like,
Trust
please
me,
don't shoot me in the leg. I'm
It's
really
not
not.
enough.
To answer your question, also thank you for putting that flashlight down. That helps. But no, it's just sort of me and Gonzo. He's the one who told me to stand out here in the dark and greet people. Hi, my name's Dribbles.
That's a sus name. Who names their kids Dribbles?
Well, Gonzo gave me that name.
Okay. Are you armed, Dribbles?
No, he doesn't let me carry things that are dangerous. I tend to hurt myself.
Oh, you're a
sometimes.
liar. I see you have two
Not
arms.
like in a do it on purpose, but I'm kind of clumsy.
Okay, so you're not armed. So if I walk over there and give you a quick pat down, we're good, right?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Shoulders the shotgun. I'll do it. I'll do the pat down.
Spark, no. Let Curly do it.
You keep your shotgun on him. Just if he moves funny, shoot him.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think these pants really even have pockets. He's
So
like kind of like, checking around. Like, no pockets. He doesn't let me have pockets.
Is he moving? Is he moving funny?
No, he wasn't moving funny. He was just like checking out his own pants where there would be pockets. But...
And I rolled a 14 for a conceal reveal object.
All right, so you've kind of like walked up to him and you're giving him a pat down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this guy's like, he's just compliant. Like, he holds his hands up and he's like, "Oh, that's careful. I'm a little ticklish." No,
don't make this weird, or I'm gonna have Curly. Or I'm gonna have Spark shoot you.
That was almost a haha, but it was not quite.
Yeah, no,
I don't think this guy's one of the people we're looking for.
Guy.
Why is this clown Michael Cera?
You know,
I can kind of see it.
That's a good question. I can see Michael Cera definitely doing dribbles.
Yeah, we'll just say that he looks kind of like Michael Cera. Why not?
All right.
And you don't find anything on him. It looks like he's just man's just got nothing. Well, okay, he does have like in his right hand, he is like holding a single like blue balloon, but
a blue balloon,
not red.
Yeah, it looks completely like just a regular ass balloon. Your pat down, you don't seem to notice anything. Like, seems like besides that balloon, this guy is just here empty handed.
All right, so he pulls out some duct tape. Curly pulls out some duct tape, and he duct tapes his wrists in front of him. And he's like, "Sit down." And when he does, he duct tapes his feet together.
It's like, okay. He's going along with it. Like, he's like, this is gonna make it really awkward to walk.
That's fine. We'll get to walking when it's time to walk. All right. So you mentioned this fucking weirdo Gonzo. Describe him. Describe Gonzo.
Gonzo is my boss. He does tricks sometimes. He's actually running a show. I was supposed to kind of lead you guys back to the show, but I don't think I can really walk like this. I mean, I could try like.
You not answer my question. Describe your boss.
Oh, describe him. He's big. He's like, well, he kind of takes both his hands about like this high, maybe.
See, now this guy is weird. He's very weird. Listen to him. Doesn't make any sense.
He looks over at Sparks. He's a guy dressed as a clown standing in the middle of a sewer. Of course it's fucking weird.
Yeah, he didn't give me a flashlight, so I was just kind of here.
All right, let's skip ahead. You said something about a stupid fucking show. Did he bring a woman down here stuffed in a burlap sack anytime recently?
Oh yeah, he did. He had this woman. She's kind of like blonde hair, I think. And he said that he was gonna put on a show, and he said he left an invitation and to be expecting guests. Oh, that's you guys. Did you find the invitation?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. All right. You know what? He reaches down, cuts the duct tape that he had wrapped around his ankles.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't cut the duct tape. Leave the duct tape.
We need him to lead us to the show. I'm not walking around this fucking sewer looking in every fucking hidey hole. I'm getting cranky.
You didn't duct tape his feet, did you?
His hands are duct tape. Come on, let's go. Lead us to this fucking show.
Okay. And like as he gets up.
And he as he gets up, Curly kind of puts the end of the bat to his nose. He's like, "I got one question for you."
Yeah. I assure you it's really not necessary to use that, but yeah.
Did you help hurt these people?
Oh, with the people thing? No, Gonzo kind of takes care of that on her own. I do decorations. You'll see him up ahead. I think they're kind of good.
I'm gonna roll a human perception check on that one.
All right.
We will be the
yeah, give me
judge
a
of
roll.
that.
Connie reaches into their medical bag and pulls out a organic granola bar and hands it over to Curly.
Roll me that human perception.
I'm gonna slap
You know,
on 3 luck to make that a 7.
Kane,
A 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, because it's you have there's something a little off about this guy. I mean, though I feel like that was probably apparent from the get go. But because of like the biosculpting on his face, it's a little hard to get a clear read on this guy. But you think like, you're fairly sure that he seems like he's telling you the truth. Like he seems cooperative. I mean, one thing you can tell is that this guy has zero backbone.
All right. So he kind of nods. He's like, okay.
I'll be the judge.
And as Connie hands him the granola bar, he takes it. He pops it open, starts munching on it. All right, lead the way. Let's go. I'm getting tired of being down here in this smelly ass shithole. Yeah.
So Sparks watches this granola bar business, and he's like, "What? You got another one of those?"
I'd like one too. I'm kind of hungry.
Connie rolls their eyes.
What the?
Takes out 2 more granola bars and passes one.
You don't give the prisoners a granola bar. What are you doing?
What? They're hungry.
No. Don't feed them. They're like they're like that pet that the rats that never goes away when you feed them. They keep coming back for more.
Sparks, they're my granola bars. I can do with them what I want.
I warned you. Now you're gonna have to feed this thing. You're gonna have to take it out for walks. It's gonna shit on your carpet.
I do like walks on the beach, but I assure you, I'm potty trained. I use the toilet. Well, actually, there's not one down here, but I just kind of like go in this little.
I don't need the
details.
details. We don't need the details, man.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you for the granola bar.
He looks over at Connie and Sparks. He's like, I'm pretty sure this guy's just a fucking patsy.
No, my name is Dribbles.
We got
He's
a smart ass too. There's more to this guy than what you're seeing. I'm telling you, he's a sneaky snake.
Maybe, and if he is, we'll kill him. But until then, first of all, we got to find out where this Gonzo fella went. So go ahead. You got your granola bar. You can walk. Start walking.
All right. And yeah, he's like, his hands are still kind of duct taped together, but he manages to like kind of unwrap it. He like takes a bite. It's like, that's good. Okay, let's go. It's down this way. It'll probably take a couple minutes, I think. And as he walks in, the guy's got some squeaky shoes going on. If you ever watched like SpongeBob, like the sound that SpongeBob makes whenever he walks, that's the sound that goes every time he takes a step.
So
what is with these
Dribbles? Was it?
Shit?
Yeah.
Is it just you and Gonzo down here, or do you have more freak shows walking around?
No, I've only ever seen Gonzo. It's just the two of us. He likes to put on shows, and this is the first time he's put on like a local show. He usually leaves like he says he usually leaves like a nice show when he goes out and does things, and he just sort of leaves me here.
So what do? You said you put up decorations. Is that all?
Decorations, and I give him feedback on like some of his tricks. He's a good juggler. He's really good at juggling.
So you do like it? You do decorations? You do like interior decorations stuff?
Oh yeah, you'll see it in just a second. And like as he says that, you actually do like.
When we're done here, I got this friends looking at this new apartment. think maybe maybe you can come by, take a look. See, maybe.
I mean, I would love to. That's kind of up to Gonzo, though. He doesn't. He kind of have to ask
don't
permission.
you worry about Gonzo. We're all gonna have a nice long chat.
Okay. And go ahead.
How the hell did you get involved with this Gonzo guy?
Oh, well, he just kind of like found me one day. I was like walking in I'm actually from around here. I was just like kind of walking around and I kind of like went between a couple buildings cuz I really had to pee. And I just saw him and like next thing I knew I think he knocked me out and I was down here and uh, yeah, that's just kind of how it happened. Now I'm here, and I look like this.
Why didn't you leave?
Oh.
Oh well, Gonzo, he doesn't let me leave, and as I said before, he's really good at tricks.
Okay.
Look, okay, stop talking. Don't ask him about about peeing again. Okay, we don't want to hear about that.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you guys don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so
And as you guys are walking along, you soon kind of he kind of takes you through like a couple turns, and but before long, you see like there's like this hole that's opened up in the side of a tunnel on the left side that you guys are walking on. That looks like it'd been bored through by some sort of like industrial digging equipment. While the rest of this tunnel is like definitely like obviously crafted. This new tunnel is like crude stone and stuff. It's like, yeah, Gonzo found this place a while ago. He showed it to me. It's pretty cool, and down you actually start to see the decorations here. There's some streamers hanging from the top of the tunnel, and there's some lights kind of lined on the left and right sides. Colorful lights, kind of like the kind that you wrap around your Christmas tree, and they're just kind of like taped up.
See, that's what did I tell you? It's Santa Claus.
It's like
This
interesting.
doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, dude.
Well, the lights
oh
are
no,
right there.
this
Look
isn't
at
Christmas. This
No.
is it's a circus. Do you like them?
Yeah, good job, buddy.
Sure.
Oh, thanks. I'm pretty proud of it, if I say so myself. But yeah, it's this way. Gonzo's this way. He starts walking down that way.
Yeah. Hey there. What was your name again?
Oh, it's Dribbles.
Dribbles. Yeah, this is really nice. Really nice. And he's kind of over his shoulder, somewhat less loudly to Kane. He's like, "There's no damn way I'm having this guy decorate my apartment."
And Connie kind of looks over at Sparks and goes, "No shit, Sherlock."
So he, yeah, what's his face? Curly's just following after him. He's keeping an eye out for things, making sure they're not getting led into an ambush.
Yeah, and as you guys kind of like walk along this tunnel, and it like in the tunnels before, this is like a straight shot, so not really many places to set up an ambush, but you kind of like start to hear music coming from down the way. Definitely sounds like circus music, though the whatever audio equipment they're using seems a little doesn't seem like high grade stuff. There's like some static in there. He's like, "Oh, it's just up ahead," and you can actually see that like this tunnel. It's not like super claustrophobic. I'd say there's enough room for like you to stand shoulder to shoulder with another person, so it's about that wide.
So about two people wide. Okay.
Yeah, it's about that wide. So it's not like you're cramped in there. And you see there's an opening up ahead that it seems lit on its own without your flashlights.
Yeah, Curly shuts his flashlight off at that point. Not, try not to make himself a target, but yeah, he shuts the shuts that off. And I'm assuming it's like carnival music is what they're hearing.
Yeah, that's kind of it. It's a little like distorted. There's some static, maybe being played at maybe like a slower tempo than normal.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's the sound that's playing, and Jibbles just kind of like keeps on walking, and he like walks into that opening to the area ahead.
Okay, Curly follows him in.
All right, you two doing the same?
Hesitantly, yes.
Okay, so you come out into this clearing, and it's a very kind of like wide area. It looks like a kind of crudely dug out amphitheater of sorts. Where you've come out to is like kind of at the top of the stands, and you can see like in these stands, you can see like simple chairs, and there are mannequins sitting in them, like mock audience members. There's several like speakers kind of set all around. Get some surround sound going on. And as far as the lights go, you definitely there's some spotlights shining down to the stage in the center of the amphitheater. And on that stage, you see two figures. One is the clown that you saw in the video footage before, the one you now know is named Gonzo. And next to him, tied to a stake planted in the center stage, is Alicia. But there's something very wrong with her that you can tell immediately. Because you can see that there is something implanted right into her stomach, like a large metal spherical object. And as soon as Gonzo sees you, kind of throws his hands up in like surprise. He's like, "Oh, good! Someone got my invitation after all. Are you here for the show?"
No. No, we just came for the popcorn.
Popcorn? Jibbles, do we have popcorn? No, you're kind of in charge of getting stuff. Like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have popcorn.
The hell kind of carnival is this?
I'm still setting things up. But I do insist. Take a seat, watch the show. I have a lovely assistant here, if you cannot tell. He kind of motions over to Alicia, who she seems unconscious, but you can tell there's like a slight rise and fall of her chest. It seems like she is still breathing.
Huh.
Connie just kind of
So
looks
this,
over to Alicia and says to Gonzo, she doesn't look so good.
It's like,
And
oh,
what the hell
contraire.
is that thing in her stomach?
It's like, oh, this? He looks over to the metal spherical object. He's like, oh, that's the finale.
hey Matt. So this guy looks like the guy from the video, right?
Yeah, this is him.
Okay, Sparks is gonna shoot him.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. All right, starting it right off with that. Okay, make a roll.
Oh
Your
shit!
attack roll.
Usually that's my job.
Yeah, for reals.
I'm gonna wait a minute. That's not right. Hold on. Why didn't that work right?
Because it's the old sheets, probably.
I mean,
I think
it looks like
before
it
we had
rolls
the-
normally, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna put 4 luck on that. By the way, bring that up
make
to
it
a 20. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna roll evasion, but I'm gonna lower it a bit because you kind of
by
come a bit off
surprise.
guard with that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right, so let's get this roll. No, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Oof. God damn.
Okay, so that is 18 damage. Okay, that's a decent first hit. That's a decent first hit. So, all right, 18. So that's that.
Well,
Okay.
as Curly pulls as Sparks just hauls off and shoots the guy. Curly's gonna kind of glance at him for a second and look back at Gonzo. And you know what? Fuck it, he's gonna shoot him too.
I'd say I'm gonna say that Spark Shot is kind of like the surprise round. I'm gonna say that after that shot, we're gonna roll initiative.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
Let me get
All
Chloe
right.
back quick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Connie is just dumbfounded by what these guys have just done and is just standing there, utterly confused.
All right. Let's see. Let's get some initiative rolls. Connie, roll initiative.
Where is it?
It should be as like one of those top. It looks like the same as the other tabs.
Yeah.
Between journal and set.
Oh, roll. I see.
It's a weird spot to put it
Whoops.
on that character
Yeah.
sheet. Okay, so first we got Connie, then we got Sparks, then Gonzo, and then Curly going last.
Yeah,
All
rolled
right.
a 1. Ugh.
All right, so Sparks kicks things off with that shotgun blast, and it clips this big clown, and you can tell like he's got this like his eyes like go bloodshot. He's like, "Oh, you want to play that kind of game?" And he looks ready to throw down. Connie, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Channeling his inner Buggy the Clown.
I love Buggy the Clown.
Has he moved at all?
I'd say because things just kicked off, he hasn't moved yet, but he looks like he's ready to pounce.
Okay. Connie is going to take a reserve action, and when the action starts, and if Gonzo moves away from Alicia, they will run in and try and get to her in some way.
Okay. I'm gonna say with the distance, because you guys are still kind of at the top of the stands while he's like center stage. I would say the distance to get to the stage and to where Alicia is, that'd probably take like a dash action. So
Okay.
say that like if you're putting your movement and dash in this held action, is that kind of like what you want to do?
Well, in that case, Connie will actually start moving towards the stage then.
Okay. All right, then you'll like kind of use her dash action as the held action.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sparks, you're up again. You got him once.
And he looks nice and angry now, right?
Oh yeah, eyes are bloodshot. I mean, he's still smiling, but that's kind of because his face was sculpted that way.
Okay. How can I close the distance with him?
I'd say without using a dash action,
No.
you can probably get about halfway, like using normal movement.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my normal movement and move up that halfway, but I'm gonna plug his ass again.
All right. Give me a roll.
Wait.
19.
19. Okay, that's a solid one. And that is barely a hit. Roll me damage. You're doing good so far.
16.
16. Okay. So yeah, you plug him again.
I don't like clowns, by the way. Just thought you should know.
Not many people like clowns in general.
You're pretend Santa Claus. Don't like you.
What? Pretend Santa Claus, Jesus.
All right,
Oh, that's
and
good.
yeah, it is now Gonzo's turn. So after you shoot him a second time, and you say those words like, "Oh, I think you'll find this. There's plenty to love about what I do." Like he kind of like raises his arms up, and you see a strange movement within those sleeves, those big puffy sleeves, like something was moving underneath. And then suddenly the fabric's pulled taut as that something looks like it's trying to break free. Then the fabric starts to tear, and what you see coming forth from those sleeves is an extra pair of arms, cyber arms, mounted underneath his natural meat arms. And he starts sprinting, and he's actually coming towards you, Kane, since you've been oh so belligerent. And with his meat,
Sparks.
yeah, or Sparks, yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
Sparks.
okay.
With his meat hands, out of like the pockets of his pants, he pulls out two hand chainsaws. Press the button, they start revving, and he takes some swings at you, Sparks. So, let's see. I'm gonna roll 2 attacks, and you're gonna roll 2 evasions.
All right.
So
This party started.
Let's see, that's a 23 and a 19.
Jesus.
Roll evasions.
A 15 and a 16.
Oh, boy. This is gonna suck.
All right. So, I'm gonna roll some damage here. That's 2
Alrighty.
hits.
Oh no.
Okay. So, these are melee attacks or melee weapons. And unfortunately, the first one that deals 21 damage is also 2 6s in there.
This is gonna hurt.
So, do you want to roll the 2d6 or should I? I'll let you decide that.
2d6 or 2d8?
2d6. I'm using the standard injury table for this.
There you go.
A 7?
Yep.
Okay. A 7. That's actually probably one of the tamer ones, so not terrible. So, for an object, at the end of every turn where you move further than 4 meters or yards on foot, you resuffer this critical injury bonus damage. So pretty much 5. You take 5 damage per 4 meters that you move from now
Okay.
on.
And 5 damage now or no?
I'd say because it's a critical injury, yeah, there's always the 5 bonus damage that comes with it.
Okay.
Mm.
See, he's meaner than I am.
Nah, just for you. Well, we see his
Just for
turn.
you.
His turn
Just
isn't
for
quite
me.
done yet. Because
Well, wait a minute. That second attack hit me. No. Or no. That second
No, it
attack hit me? Okay,
Yeah,
so
second
there's
attack hit
another
you.
10 points of damage?
yeah,
Okay.
but he's not done yet because he still has those cyber arms.
Wait a minute. He sprinted at me.
Well, I didn't say he was using dash action. I'm saying I guess he was running normally, but with those cyber arms, see the from the wrist, barrels pop out, and he actually points one at Connie and one at Curly.
Okay.
Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. You had a held action, didn't you, Connie?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to be sprinting by and directly towards Alicia, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you sprint past them, and
Pacifica
you
Chainsaw
manage
Massacre.
to get your way to Alicia. So I'll say, since you're like kind of behind him right now, he points both of those cyber arms at you, Curly, and
That's fine.
they start spraying auto fire at you.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll 2 auto fire attacks. A 16 and an 18. Roll evasions.
Alright, stand by. 18 and a 12.
Okay, so first one, you managed to dodge it. Second one is a hit. Do you want to use any luck on that, or are you taking it?
I'm gonna use 2 luck to turn that in 16.
To a 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's roll this damage. That is a 7 times 2 for 14 damage.
Alright, that's gonna penetrate. That's gonna hit. Once. Only 3 damage. Not terrible.
Not bad. And it is now your turn, Curly.
Well, I'm gonna take 2 swings at this guy with the bat.
Alright, so you're kind of gonna run down to meet
Yep.
him?
Yep.
Alright. Alright, make your attacks.
14.
Get this modifier set. Alright, 16.
Another fucking 4. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'll say the second one hits.
Oh wait, is this roll?
Yeah, you got it. It rolled right. Unfortunately, you just rolled low.
Okay. Yeah, I just rolled really low. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry for the audience. We've had problems with this particular character sheet fast.
Yeah, no, you the second one hits.
Okay. And
So roll damage.
no, this doesn't actually happen. Say 3d6. 8 damage. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Well, bot does not like me tonight.
I mean, average of 3d6 is a 9, so it's just barely under that. So, but
So, Matt, since we went one full turn through the turn cycle, do you mind if we take a quick recess? And,
yeah, sure.
And then come back and watch me be chopped in half or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Jesus.
die. I'm gonna kick somebody. Yes.
Ugh.
All right. So we're gonna take what, 10 minutes? You good with that?
Yeah, we'll do a 10-minute break.
All right. Awesome. So hang on just a little bit. You get to see the conclusion of this, Matt. I guess. I mean, are we close? Where are we at, buddy?
We're fairly close. Like, it doesn't last much longer after this combat encounter.
Awesome. Fun. So I'm having a blast. I know everybody hates my sparks, but that's okay. 'cause
I quite like your sparks. I hate
love my
Gonzo.
sparks. Yeah, me too, man. Vicious bastard that he is.
I hate clowns.
4 arms? What? No, it's pretty awesome. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Please do hang out with us and get to see if I actually survive or not. Maybe I'll live. I mean, there's a good chance.
We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky. I got 1 luck and 9 hit points left. I'm good. Let's do this.
Oh.
All right.
All right, we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
And we'll be back.
she satisfies. Leather jacket, zipped up tight. And big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams bright in night city, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street don't testify. You've got to whisper now on your arm, and so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow, no. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs. Blue and pistol, she satisfies. Leather jacket, zipped up tight. And big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams bright in night city, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. It's a danger pretty here in our city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. Here in our city, got me up alright. Here in our city, she pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city.
Värld meldte min moder att mer skyldig kaupa frej och fagra rörar fara brott med vikingo. Stanna upp i Stavni, stirra dirrung ner i Aldasva till havnar, halva man och annan, halva man och annan. Vad meldte min moder att mer skyldig kaupa frej och fagra rörar fara brott med vikingdom. Sanda upp i Stavni, stirra dirrung ner i Aldasva till havnar, hova man och annan, hova man och annan. Vad meldte min moder att mer skyldig kaupa frej och fagra rörar fara brott med vikingdom. Stanna upp i Stavni, stirra dirrung ner i Aldasva till havnar, hova man och annan, hova man och annan. Vad meldte min moder att mer skyldig kaupa frej och fagra rörar fara brott med vikingdom. Stanna upp i Stavni, stirra dirrung ner i Aldasva till havnar, hova man och annan, hova man och annan.
All right. Looks like
Yep.
our curly isn't quite back yet.
Yeah, Raul will be back in just a second.
No problem. So, how is everybody liking this so far? This is we took quite a while to get to this phase, but BOZO Bananza, baby. I like fighting clowns.
I have returned and I have food. So.
Nice.
Welcome.
All right. So, we ready to get back into this?
We are.
Yeah.
All right. So Connie, you're up first. What are you doing?
Okay. So how far away from how far away is Gonzo from Alicia?
Um, let's see. He's about like where he and the others are right now are about like halfway up the stands. Uh, so we'll say I'm not good at like estimating distance exactly. Uh, I'd say somewhere around like 20 to 30 meters away.
Okay. So she is, or they are going to go up to Alicia and try and help them if they can.
Okay, so as you kind of approach her, you can tell that she's definitely unconscious, though looks like she's breathing. As for this object that's embedded in her stomach, it's like as a medical professional, it looks like a very crude version of how cybernetics are grafted onto a person, and on on this smell sphere, you see a digital display, and you actually see a countdown currently going on that seemed to start as soon as everything kicked off. And by now, you see about 2 minutes 45 seconds counting down.
Okay. No shit. So Connie is gonna try and see if they can possibly remove this device from Alicia.
So I'll say because of the way it was, like just from looking at it, Intel's put in haphazardly, you know that you would have to be very careful in how you do this, or just removing it could risk a lot of damage to her body. It's possible, but you also know it's going to be a tall order, especially without like professional equipment. But you can try.
I mean, the alternative is blowing up, right? So
Yeah. Unless you have some other way to stop the bomb itself.
probably not without sparks.
And sparks might not be long for this world.
No. All right. So Connie is, man, what are we gonna do here? Connie is actually gonna try and also hit this clown with their assault rifle while staying relatively close to Alicia for now. See
Okay.
how far we get.
All right. So you're turning around and you're gonna take a shot at Gonzo.
Yes.
All right. Give me your attack roll.
Oh. How do we do that?
On the character sheet, when you're looking at your weapons, there should be a
Yeah.
button that says attack right next to the name of your weapon. Yep, there you go. Okay, oh, that's a pretty good roll.
And then I'll roll
Yep,
5d.
that is a hit. Yeah.
Okay, so roll 5d6.
Yep, on that little blue box, if you click on assault rifle, you should be able to click that, and it should roll the damage automatically.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
So 12.
you double clicked. I'll be nice and take the second one.
No, it looks like the bottom one was Curly.
Oh, that was Curly. Didn't notice.
I
Okay.
clicked by accident.
Okay, so all right, so 12 damage it is. Not a huge hit, but you can tell that that plinked away at his armor some. It definitely pierced. And is that it for your turn?
I believe so, because my rate of fire is 1.
Okay.
So we pierced his armor 3 times, maybe 4 times. 4 times?
By now, 4 times. So Sparks, we're on to you.
Sparks is just like, oh! And he kind of not kneels down, but kind of crouches down a little bit. And he's going to try some wrestling maneuvers, brawling, and he is going to shoot at this guy and try and take his ass down.
Okay. Roll me brawl.
And I'm going to use my last luck to make that a 19.
19. Okay. That's a fairly good result there. All right. I'm going to roll. And that was that last luck is actually what did it for you there. So that's a clutch luck use. Yeah, you managed to. I guess you're trying to like knock him to the ground and get him in the grapple.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, and you managed to do just that.
All right. Also,
That's it for
guys, in
me.
the chat, we have a poll going to see what you guys think, how this is going to turn out. Go ahead and vote. See if everyone's going to make it out in one piece. Who's next?
So next is it's on to Gonzo. Now, try to think how to handle this, because he has 4 arms, which I don't know if you have managed to restrain every one of those arms. So I'm going to say first with his meat arms, he'll have like an attempt to resist and break out.
Well, on his turn.
Which it is his turn.
What did
yeah, it's Gonzo's turn right now.
Isn't Sparks? Well, wait a minute. Doesn't Curly go before him?
No, Curly goes after.
Nah, I'm last. I rolled poorly. I was really bad.
Okay, so make an attempt to break out. That is a 15.
Okay. And hold on a second. Hold my brawling. 15. I'm the 15, defender in this case, so.
Yep, you are. So he's struggling, and he's struggling hard. But you know that if you had all 4 of his arms restrained, you probably wouldn't have been able to keep it all down. But since you got just his meat arms, you're able to keep those restrained. But with those cyber arms, let's see. How does he react to this? I think he's going to start like wildly fire all over the place. So I'm going to roll a. Let's see. I'm going to roll a single auto fire
against all 4 targets that are in the room.
I'm trying to think of how to how to handle this mad fire. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna have a bit of like a lower modifier for this than like if he were doing it normally, since he's just kind of wildly flailing those cyber arms and just spraying bullets. So I'm gonna roll this. Oh, that's a bad roll. So 13. All of you roll an evasion for me.
Do I got to roll an evasion too?
Oh my god, then that one from Curly. I'm going to say yes, just because those arms are flailing all over the place, and he still kind of has a range of motion with those arms. I mean, it's not a huge roll, so you're likely to dodge it unless you get a nat one like Curly.
Oh, hold on. Where am I?
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Surely you don't bite the dust here. 17? Okay, no. You managed to, I guess, maneuver yourself in this grapple to, evade the range of motion for those 2 firing cyber arms. But Curly, this might hurt a
I'm
bit,
so lucky.
but that's okay. You're like pretty good on HP so far. Okay, that honestly wasn't a big roll for the 2d6. So 5, multiply that by 4, so 20 damage.
So that's 10 damage. So I'm down to 27 health.
Okay. Yeah, that could have gone worse. And
Yeah.
yeah, that is it for his turn. So we are on to you, Curly.
Oh, I'm gonna pull out a pistol and shoot him.
All right. Not so.
Considering he's pinned.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll just give that hit. So roll damage. 11 damage. Okay.
Damn,
So yeah, you plink
fucking
him,
rolls. Yep, just put one
and
in him.
at this point, you can tell that like you're starting to deal some damage. He's starting to like bleed pretty badly now, but he still shows no little sign of slowing down. But you can tell that you're starting to rack up some damage on this guy. But is that for your turn?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, Connie, on to you. What are you up to?
They're gonna take another shot at this clown.
All right, roll me an attack.
Oh,
A 30, nat 10. Okay.
yeah.
God damn.
I was about to say, like from your distance, there's that risk of hitting Spark, but I'd say you thread that needle just fine, and you hit this clown. Roll damage. 17. Oh,
17.
that's a good roll. Okay.
2 5s, no 2 6s.
Sadly, but that's still good damage.
I don't know
Yeah.
how you want to do this, Matt, but technically she could not hit me because I could use him as a shield.
That's fair, but I feel like if you were in my shoes, you wouldn't be so kind to always do it like that.
Oh, why not? Well, this is Greg we're talking about here.
But yeah, that's a pretty solid hit there. So he's still going, but Spark, we're on to you. What are you doing here?
Well, now that I'm in this position, I got to stick with it. I can't change anything. So I'm going for that 3-round takedown.
You're gonna choke him?
I am.
Okay, I believe that deals your body directly to their HP.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what's your body?
My body is a 7.
A 7?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're getting him in. Like you can tell, like this whole time he's been like kind of cackling, but now it's this kind of like strained cackle as you're trying to choke him. So it's like type of thing.
And it looks really odd because his face is stuck in that smiling position.
Yeah. It's a very weird sight you're looking at here. But
Evil Santa Claus goat fucker, I'll take you down.
all right. And let's see. It is now Gonzo's turn. So once again, with his meat arms, he's gonna try to break out of Spark's grasp. That's a 13. Wow, he is not rolling good.
Okay, hold on a second.
I'll tell you now. Normally in these games, the robot has loved Gonzo.
15.
This time, yeah, the dice are not on his side. So you managed to keep hold of him, but and let's see. I'd say because he's like because of what bad like condition he's in, he's starting to kind of like he's still doing that mad firing all about like everywhere, and it's like more frenzied. Like he's starting to get a little desperate with that. So Same as before. I'm going to roll the auto fire, and all three of you roll evasion. That is a 15. That's a very middling roll.
17.
Yeah, Robot really not on Gonzo's side this time around.
That is a 13.
Fuck.
I'm gonna bump that up to a 14.
Bump that up to a 14. Okay. Connie, you roll an evasion.
Evasion.
What about Dribbles? I mean, Dribbles is in the room too.
Yeah,
He's-
whatever happened to good old Dribbles?
Since this fight, he's been kind of taking cover behind some of those seats in the stands, but he has been cheering this whole time. Like, wow, yeah, you got him good. Nice one.
Who's he cheering for?
Every time Gonzo has taken a hit, he's been cheering.
Tis a 15 is my evasion.
Okay. So I guess the only one that gets hit is Curly. I'm gonna roll 2d6 and we'll see if this manages to deal any damage to you. A 7, which I don't think does.
Nope, doesn't even penetrate the arm. Ooh, good.
Okay. So yeah, Gonzo's getting the business handed to him this time. Robot not liking it too much. But yeah, Curly, we're on to you.
I shoot him the fuck again. But it's 22.
22. Oh wow. Okay, roll damage.
15. Damn.
Okay. Man, I haven't beefed him up, but roll dice just said nah. You guys smoke him. So yeah, Curly, you get the final shot here. What does this look like?
Curly's he walks up and kind of like steps down on one of the flailing arms that's closest to him and kind of pins the cyber arm with the SMG to the ground. As after it shoots him, he puts the barrel of his revolver in Gonzo's mouth. He looks down at him, honk honk asshole, pulls the trigger. Fucking splatters his brains all over the place.
Man's got one-liners. Now, I'll say because of the Spark's close proximity, he's in the splash zone a little bit.
Gets painted red, huh?
But
What
yeah,
the
no,
hell are you doing?
But yeah, you blast through his skull with that bullet, and like he's like those arms like flailing like for a second before they finally like fall and just like kind of twitching for a bit. And again, you hear Dribbles going, "Wow, that was great! I love the one-liner. That was cool." And yeah, Gonzo he's dead.
He's Gonzo. That's for sure.
Gonzo is gone.
So Curly, as he hears Dribbles laughing, he looks back at him. He's like, "All right, get your ass out here. Help us with him. Does he have any like? Did he tell you what the fuck he was doing? Because that looks like a bomb."
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
a
that's
bomb. Connie shouts, "It's a bomb." Sparks, you should probably get over here.
And right now, I'm covered in this man spewing blood everywhere, and pick this heavy fucker off of me.
Where's the minute at right now?
I know Cyberpunk technically a round is like 3 seconds, but I'm gonna play with time a bit. I'm gonna say right now it's like a minute 30 is left.
So, Curly reaches down and he drags Gonzo's heavy ass off of Sparks. He's like, "Go help her with that." And he turns to to Dribbles. It's like, "Do you know how to disarm this thing?"
You're saying that to Dribbles?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still got his like hands duct taped together, and he's looking at it. And it's like, disarm. I don't know bombs. I Is it like cut the red wire or was it the blue wire? I forget what the movies do.
Never.
We should probably get out of
So,
here.
so Sparks walks up and kneels down over the top of this woman with the bomb on her, and kind of examines her a little bit, and he looks at Kane. He's like, "Oh, she's in rough shape. This is going to
no
be
shit, Sherlock. It's just
Here.
a bomb.
She's going to need we're going to need a give me a boost."
All right.
Now,
While
I'll
they're
let you know
doing
even
that-
though she's tied to the stake, it's not like she's like high up there. Like her feet are like kind of planted on the ground, so you don't really need like a step ladder or a boost to be able to get to this thing.
No, that wasn't what I was asking for. He's asking for a boost. A boost.
Yeah, let me see. I don't know what drugs.
Oh, the drug. Okay.
While they're doing that, Curly is going through Gonzo's pockets.
I don't have anything in my inventory, but
I mean,
get him a speed kill.
I can say. I mean, we can hand wave it and say you have one if you wanted to have one.
I think the DM just forgot to put them.
Yeah.
Dude, just
each character has their
have any money to start out with.
Look, they don't. Starting characters don't normally have money at the start, at least in certain ways of character creation. But yeah, we can say you have a boost. And Curly, you're running through Gonzo's pockets. Is that what you said you were doing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're running through those pockets, and there's some leftover confetti and stuff. One thing you do notice is you find a switch. It's one of those like classic, again, like something you find out of a cartoon. It's like a box with a big red button on it. That's what you find.
So it just has the button?
Yeah, it's a big red button on it. You don't see any like labels or anything. You don't know. There's nothing that's telling you right now what exactly this will do.
Ah, fuck it. Press
Yeah,
the button.
he doesn't press the button. He does not press the button. He kind of puts that off to the side.
But
don't you want to know what it'll do? I mean,
it's true. What's the worst that could happen?
Curiosity, man. Oh, it's a big red button. Let's see what happens. Anyway.
Nope.
But,
not fucking with that.
Yeah, I mean, you find a couple other knickknacks in his pockets. You find some little like juggling balls. From what Dribbles told you, he's really good at juggling. It's a shame he didn't get to see it happen.
Nah, we're good.
So Sparks grabs he's looking over the girl, making sure she's held up and whatnot, and looking at this bomb thing. He grabs the boost, gives it to himself, and it's all right. Now let's do something here. And it pulls out his tool bag and starts looking at disarming this bomb.
Okay. Now there is the demolition skill, but I think technically because this is implanted in here, I'll allow a cybernetics roll.
Let me see. All right, cybertech.
Yeah, cybertech.
Okay. Maybe you should have just pushed the button. You ready for this? Here goes. Here we go.
Yeah, what do you got?
My boost gives me a boost, but not something, maybe little extra something. I'm using my microscope so I can see the little fine details. So that gives me a +2.
Did you roll?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a roll.
Okay, so and a +2 gives me a 25.
25?
Cybertech.
Okay, that's a pretty good roll. You know, it's a good thing you didn't roll in that one. That could have been dangerous.
I rolled a 9, so yeah. I was worried, man. I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna set this thing off now.
I mean, if you think about it, it technically is a part of your job to save her. This is just out of the goodness of your heart. But
well, why am I doing it then?
but yeah, you managed to find like a panel that you can kind of that you can remove, and you're able to get into like some of the inner wiring.
Okay.
And in that wiring, you see what looks like this wire that comes from the timer and to the casing that you think holds the like explosive proper. And you're fairly sure that if you able to cut this wire, that even when that timer runs out, and it won't be able to send the signal to detonate.
Okay. All right. So I'll snip that wire, but I still want to look at trying to take this thing off of her. I mean, I don't want to just because this timer didn't stop, right?
No, the timer didn't stop, and it's at like we'll say like 45 seconds. But you're fairly certain now that you've cut that wire, even when that timer goes out, nothing's going to explode because
All right. So then
you've cut that signal essentially.
I'll just nonchalantly cut that wire and stuff my little tool back in my bag and get up and start walking away.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Do you tell anyone that it's not going to blow now?
Nope. Didn't say anything.
Okay. Connie, what's your reaction to that?
Connie kind of just looks at him and says, hello? Is it gonna blow up?
Give me a minute, all right? Give me a minute. This is a stressful situation.
There's not a minute on that timer. It's less than a minute.
I can't give you a minute, homie. I don't got one.
It's all panic attack. Meanwhile, the timer's going down.
Yeah, while you're still in like panic attack, Joe's just like, yeah, I have those too. I know how it feels, man.
Connie is gonna try and dig through there and see if it's attached to anything vital. And if not, they're gonna cut it off.
Let's see. So roll me a first aid or paramedic just to kind of get a read on like just how attached this is to her.
Shit.
Like
Hold on.
how safe it may or may not be. And we lost her.
Yeah.
She get a 23 though. Okay. Guess I'll give the results once she gets back.
There she
Curly,
is.
what are you up to right now?
Curly's looking over at Dribble. She's like, hey, come here. You sit. He points to kind of one of the nearby chairs. He's like, you sit there.
It's like, he's like looking over at the bomb. He's like, sure, I guess. I do hope this doesn't go boom. And he sits down as told.
Right. Curly walks over, and he walks over to the captured woman and the rest of his team. He's like, so we gonna leave her, or we gonna try and save her? Can we save her? That's the question.
Bomb is no boom.
What? It's not going to explode.
No.
You sure?
50-50,
Nope.
maybe
No, you're
60-40,
All right.
60-40 is fairly good odds, I think.
No. 75-25. We're all
Oh,
good.
that's better.
I did roll a 23.
Okay. So you're looking over like just how attached this bomb is to her. And just like your previous examination, it's definitely a very crudely done job. Like not very clean. The skin is very inflamed around where the metal has been grafted on. With your skills, it's possible if you do it very carefully, that you can remove the bomb from her while keeping her alive. There's a risk that if you don't do it, if you aren't careful enough, that she could it could end up causing some serious damage to her internal organs. The safest way would probably be to get her to a professional facility.
Okay. Connie
Listen,
is
listen,
gonna look up.
Connie, listen. I am, you know me, okay? I'm professional. It's all good.
We don't have time to sit here and chat, so I suggest everybody get to the tunnel and get the fuck out of the blast radius if it's gonna go off, like, now.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. Step 80, 20. It's good. You're okay.
These odds keep getting better.
Connie looks over at Curly and is like, I don't trust this. Do you trust this? Because if not, I'm about to run.
Well, here, you see, it's got like 7 seconds. We'll know. It'll be good. You're all right. You can trust me. You can trust. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not stealing thief like you think I am.
And like as he says that, like it is indeed 7 seconds. You see that countdown.
Curly starts dipping. He starts running. And he starts running. He looks at Dribbles like, "You want to fucking live? Start running."
Yeah, sure. He gets up. He's like he's running right after you in the squeaky ass shoes. Connie, what are you doing right now?
Connie just goes, "Oh shit," and just sits there.
So Sparks is gonna start untying her and like lift her up to carry her out of here like nothing's wrong. Everything's fine.
All right, and as you're doing that, are you being like careful while kind of handling?
Oh
her?
yeah, really not gentle. He's a nice guy. Come on.
Yeah, like you're untying her. Curly and Dribbles are making a break for it. Connie, I think right now you're just fucking praying, and you're
reserved to death.
Yeah, you see that timer going down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And
no boom. See,
nothing happens. No boom. No boom.
Next time you listen to me when I tell you I'm good. It's all good. I'm not with the old thief, bad person, whatever. I'm a good person.
It's a shame I thought of this after the fact. I could have done the most cruel thing ever. And when I said 0, ask you to roll an odd or even.
Honestly, that's what I thought you were going to ask us to do.
That occurred to me like 2 seconds after I already said that. I was like, damn, that's such a missed opportunity. That would have been cruel.
Let's just shits and giggles this for a moment. All right?
Okay, we'll say hypothetical.
Who's gonna do it? Greg doesn't do it very often. So I say Greg does it.
It's true, but it's more fun to see you.
Greg, honor you, man.
I think maybe no, I don't think that honor belongs to me. I think it belongs to you, Chloe, because I mean this is pretty cool where we're at right now, and your character's like
fine.
I just sat down.
It's Odd Todd, man.
Odd Todd. Even
Nope.
Steven. Look, you're lucky this is a hypothetical right now.
We got everybody killed.
This could be ending very badly.
Hey, but we would have went out with style. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we just say like you have like a brief vision. Your imagination went wild for a second, and in your mind world, that thing exploded and everyone died. It was a really bad time. But thankfully, in reality, Sparks is, despite what everything seems of him, he is actually a professional and is good at dealing with technology. So yeah, that bomb did not go boom.
All right, Connie is just gonna let out a super long sigh of relief. They look over at Sparks, says, "You know what? I'll never doubt you again."
This is good. This is good.
They actually take the cryo pump off of their back and start setting it up to put Alicia in the cryo pump.
All right. So, Curly, you and Dribbles were making a break for it, but no boom. Are you still running, or do you stop?
He does stop and kind of like walk back a little bit, and like, because by the time it had got the timer had run out, he was already outside out of the I guess circus area. So he comes back to the kind of the entrance, and he peeks his head in like. So yeah,
Yes.
he's kind of returned.
Yeah, you poke your head out, and you see Connie kind of taking Alicia from Sparks's arms and kind of like gently placing her into the cryo pump. Meanwhile, like Dribbles next to you is like dove to the floor, hands over his head, like, take cover!
That's funny. That's adorable.
Until he shits on your floor.
What, you intend to take this guy home with you? I'm sure he
Nope.
could use a very nice home.
I don't know if they would let him in Sparks' building.
But yeah, you've got Alicia. It seems like no boom is gonna happen. Gonzo is dead. And things are looking pretty good right now. What are you guys doing?
We're gonna demand more money.
So you guys just gonna like head out, or what's the plan?
Curly kind of looks down at Gonzo, not Gonzo, at
Dribbles?
fucking Dribbles, and he's like, you know what? He reaches down and cuts the duct tape that he has around his wrist. It's like, get the hell out of here, man. Do you know if this asshole had any cash on him or something or anything like that? Any eddies?
It's like, no, I think he spent the last of it on the confetti.
Because you're gonna need to get this shit fixed, unless you look like this to begin with.
Oh no, I didn't always look like this. I was a pretty good looking fella, if I say so myself.
Yeah.
It's like,
okay.
It's fine. I have a bank account. It has money. I have to get back home. It's been a while. Hope my dog's okay.
How long has it been?
He like kind of blinks for a second. It's like, it's been so long down here. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't. Is it? I don't even know if it's day or night.
It's
probably
the middle of the day.
nighttime now.
Or nighttime. I don't know.
Oh,
it could be either or.
I should be asleep right now. I am pretty tired after all that.
You're not gonna sleep down here, are you?
No, these chairs are all right, but they're not super comfy. I think I might go home.
Yeah, you.
Okay, man.
Now that Gonzo's gone,
that
was pretty cool the way you shot him. By the way, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, on. Go home, kid.
Well, I was gonna say I might know where there's an apartment available, but I guess it's not now. It's not gonna be available. So.
And he starts walking down the tunnel, like squeak, 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 squeak. Then like 2 seconds later, you hear it coming in, squeak, squeak, squeak. It's really dark out there, and I don't have a flashlight.
Oh, here. Grabs the road flare and hands it to him.
It's like, oh, cool. Does road flare like have like a way to ignite it by itself, or do you need something to?
Yeah, you'll just pull a cap off, break it off, and it'll ignite on its own. Typically,
Okay,
that's how they work.
Okay, so he does just that. Breaks the cap off. starts like sparking, flaring up. He's like, "Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, thanks."
Yeah,
And
good luck, Dribbles. Good luck.
and he walks back out. Squeak,
Seriously.
squeak, squeak, squeak.
All right, let's
Let's get the fuck out of here, please.
wait a minute. We do need some evidence. So Curly walks back over to the fucking Gonzo, and he kind of he kneels down, holds out the phone, takes a selfie with what's left of Gonzo.
Do you, do you do any like do you do like any cool like pose? Throw like some gang signs or something.
No, he just kind of puts Gonzo in the background and shoots a thumbs up.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, you get your evidence. You got Alicia bagged up, and you've got kind of everything you need. So
Thank God.
so I'll say we'll kind of fast forward this a bit since it's getting late. And I don't want to keep everyone up too long, but you guys kind of like start making your way out of the sewers. Along the way, you run into Dribbles. Seems like he kind of got lost, but you managed to guide him on his way out. And once you're back out to the surface, you got signal on your agents again, and you're able to kind of like post the evidence to Virgil. And before long, you guys each have the promised payment, including the reimbursement for your bills at the bar.
Okay. Well,
So,
that's good. Good to hear. Man of his word. Respect it.
yeah, and Dribbles just goes along his way with those squeaky ass shoes.
It works like a charm. Works every time. It works every time. We get them to pay for our lunch. I mean, it's free lunch on top of the fee.
Yeah, and yeah, that is the end of Bozo Bonanza. Managed to kill the super killer clown Gonzo, and you let the little guy Dribbles go.
Who's the super killer clowns now?
I mean, let's be honest. He was a victim in all this.
Which one, Dribbles?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
No, you just wait.
I didn't know what the fuck
Episode
was going
2,
on.
we figure out that Dribbles is actually the mastermind. Gonzo was actually the
Gonzo was the patsy.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe a part 2 will happen. You never know. Maybe Dribbles will come back. But yeah, that is Bozo Bonanza. This is definitely an interesting run of it compared to the Gary Con. Definitely a lot more RP there, and despite the fact that I made Gonzo fairly stronger compared to those, the rolls were just not in his favor. You guys, just other than that first turn where Sparks took a lot of damage, you guys took care of him pretty easily. So well done.
It was close. It was
It
close.
was.
You did get close.
Dribbles got it.
That ended up doing more damage to you than I thought it would. I was like, oh wow, he 9 HP. Okay.
I was debating, man, when it came to doing that brawling thing. I'm like, fuck, this is probably pretty much all or nothing, because if I try to duck and hide, I'm probably toast. So I'm just gonna go for it. We'll see what happens.
That ended up being a very good decision. You managed to
Sometimes you gotta risk it, man.
locked down. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys had fun. Definitely fun kind of running you guys through it.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I had a blast. It was a good event.
Get to see what all the people at GaryCon got to see, and a nice little one-shot adventure. Lots of fun to be had. Some interesting characters. So
Ripples.
Yeah, no, dribbles went free. That has been the most common fate of dribbles. One other group did turn him into the police. Um, and one group did execute him.
Oh no!
A bunch of fucking murder hobos, man.
If you would have said that he surprised us in that tunnel, I'd have shot him.
Nah, bro. I mean, bro was just standing there. He didn't go boo or anything. One group did shoot him immediately on sight, just like right in the leg.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
So that went pretty well. You even made the choice to save Alicia, even if it wasn't part of the job.
We got bleeding hearts in the group. What can I say?
I'd say all but one group saved her.
Yeah.
One did not care and threw a grenade at Gonzo with Alicia right next to him, and nearly got caught up in the explosion from the bomb.
My goodness. I know. I thought our group was the murder hobos. Wow.
No, you guys were not the murder hobos. Not the most peaceful, because one group did try to negotiate with Gonzo as much as they could. They even did like a little talent show with him.
Fuck Gonzo.
Until one of them messed up and made Gonzo angry, and then the fight started. But I might tell some stories in the next update log about like kind of some things that happened. But it is quite late right now, so I don't want to keep everyone up with that.
We do have a little bit of maintenance to do before we run off. So Monday, I got to get that on the schedule, by the way, Rob. But Monday we are going to do a solo one shot for Raiden.
Yep. You guys are going to get to learn a little bit more about Paul and why he has a cult following.
And will we finally learn the truth behind his crippling noodle addiction?
He has a cult following. When did he have a cult following?
Oh, I don't think you were there for that last episode, were you? No, I don't think you were.
He's a legend in his own mind.
Apparently there's a cult following him or looking for him or some shit.
Oh, that.
That.
I thought you meant like our, people watching this stream.
No.
There's a little distance in between episodes at this point, so yeah, that might maybe a little refresher piece might be a good idea before we roll into that on Monday.
Yeah.
But
we can do like a recap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
we got that on Monday.
Yep, Monday night we'll do the solo. Then
Wednesday night it is episode 47 of the update log. And so a couple of interesting things have been happening in the industry lately. Unfortunately, for those who've been keeping up, one of the pieces is Larian Studios will not be working on anything Baldur's Gate 3 related. So we're not going to get any more content for that, I don't think. Aside from
they said that they're still working on updates and like doing some new stuff for endings. But other than that, there's no DLC or they're not doing Baldur's Gate 4.
Yeah, they're not doing any more D&D related content, sadly.
Unfortunate, but I'm still looking forward to whatever they do next.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a Divinity Original Sin 3.
Maybe. 1 and 2 are fantastic games.
Yeah. But so that's Wednesday, and then Thursday, what are we having, Greg?
Thursday is still a little bit up in the air. We may do episode 4 of the BOR season 2. Okay. So we can get that thing going, or I mean, I'm wide open right now. We have a lot of different things on the table.
Okay, I might figure something out. We do still have to do that Mutant Year Zero.
Yes, we do.
Playthrough. Looking at you, Matt.
True. Now that we're done with all the GaryCon stuff, have a bit more time freed up. Yeah, I mean, I can get back to working on that and try and get that set up.
Yeah.
Don't want to put a date on anything yet. Probably not. Probably not Thursday. That'd probably be like a little bit after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep you guys posted. If you haven't already, go ahead and join our Discord channel. The links are in the chat, and also, you know, our other social medias. Go ahead and give those a follow, so you guys can keep up to date on things when we go live, what's coming up, stuff like that. But otherwise, I think that's it for tonight.
Awesome. Sounds good. I am going to set up a raid. I see that Darling Creep Show is on right now, so we're going to raid into her. She's a fantastic streamer, mainly an art streamer, and she does do some RPG streams as well.
Nice.
Nice, lovely lady. So please do show Darling Creep Show some love. And with that, I will start this raid. And thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate you so much for everything that you do to help us continue to bring great content to Twitch and other platforms.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
With that, if you guys are ready,
All right.
Yeah.
Adios, guys.
have a good night,
See you
all.
guys next time.
Yeah.